sir. I'm doing the Birdman hand rub. Let's get it, Vern.
Yep.
Again.
My guy.
What's good? You stay
What's
switching it up,
man?
bro.
What's happening, brother?
Every time. I was waiting for the what up. Now you hit me with the ear.
What's happening, my guy? How you doing?
You know, same old, Mr.
Same
Vernon
old.
Somoza.
Word. Thanks for the introduction. What's happening, y'all? It's your boy, Vernon Somoza, here on the Sandbox Podcast Network. We are the Pay Window Podcast. Shout out
to the big boss man.
To the big boss man. I'm looking for my hands here. Wait, there.
He's not the medium boss man. You didn't announce me yet.
Exactly. And so to my side to say who he is, my partner on this thing that we have been doing for 34 episodes, my guy, Frank Champion. What's going on?
68 weeks, brother. Just double it up. I'll double our episodes by 2. Actually, I think this is the 69th week.
It might be 69, yeah, because we did skip that one week. I had no
69. Yeah, you were moving.
Did skip a week. Yeah, I was moving.
Moving.
Yeah, I was moving.
You couldn't do it. Yeah, you were moving to the crib you're
at
now.
Wow.
What's the deal? It's your boy Frank Champion rocking the Briscoe shirt tonight.
Oh, big up. What am I wearing tonight? Tonight I'm wearing Rock and Sock Connection.
What? I never seen that shirt. Let me see that.
This is a homage before they did the whole Fanatics thing. There's one of the old homage jump offs, but yeah, shout out to the Rock Sock Connection.
Tough. Hold on, stand up a little bit. I can't see it. I just see the Rock like this. Do a 360. No, I'm kidding. Don't do a 360.
Oh, that's all. There's all this shirt is just that.
That's the old Rock promo, that joint where he was showing off the Brahma Bull. I love it. That's a dope one.
It's a goodie.
Yeah. So, part-time wrestler.
What's up?
You know, I got that Taker schedule.
Yeah.
It's starting. I got 4 days. Your boys in Fenway Park. You know
so talk to me about this now. At the moment, somehow, as always, when you said, "All right, man, I'm done. It's time to move on. Time to share the knowledge." Somehow, some way, the sickness has crept back in. The symptoms are back, and it has found a way to pull you back in, good sir.
To quote my man Roddy Piper, shout out to you for letting me read that book. The sickness will always reel you back in. That's why it's a disease. Ever since that time, I heard Kurt Angle call what we do self-mutilation. I'm convinced it is a sickness. It's a disease. We are there for the roar of the crowd.
Yeah.
So listen, I can't be mad at myself. I do it to myself, right? I do it to myself.
But so the next day when you're like, yo, my knees, my back,
my back, my ribs, and the guys were working this Sunday, June 11th, Fenway Park, Bell Time Club at the El Mundo Festival. You like my promo? I hit all my points. See that? We're wrestling. Ooh. It's like a real name, and I can't remember it now. It's something about disturbance. I can't remember.
Come on, pal. We're on live TV, so you got.
I can't remember. I can't remember. Hey, can we start over?
No, we're live, pal. This is live. We're live, pal.
Live, pal. Let me start over. No, I can't remember the name. It's Rip Bison, Perry Von Vicious. These dudes are hard hitters. I'm trying to remember their tag name. Hopefully, I can find it because they tag elsewhere.
Okay.
They tag for Beyond, I think, once in a while. I love me some Perry Von Vicious. I always wanted to.
While you look that up, I want to remind everybody you can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Radio Public, and Stitcher, and also YouTube. But YouTube, it may be kind of hard because sometimes stuff gets cut because they don't allow us to play it.
Yeah, and I see their name. It's MAD. It's MAD. MAD. But that stands for something like legit. But see, if I look it up that way, it just says very angry. That pisses me off. Mutually assured destruction.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Yes, that's what that is. But that has to do with like nuclear weapons and stuff like that. That's
so you guys wrestling mutually assured destruction this
Sunday. Hitting. It's gonna be 4 big meaty men.
Okay. So
slapping meat.
Are you gonna walk out chest purple, bleeding from capillaries from being chopped to death?
So in 2 weeks when we do the show, if this is still black and blue, I'll show it to you.
Okay.
I'll let the cleavage out, and then we can show me.
All right. Are you going to get juice? Have you gone to the School of Moxley, and will you get color?
I didn't go to the seminar yet. Seminar's in Ohio.
Okay.
Bucks.
I was just wondering
if you're
going to run the razor, brother.
I know I got to go near the hairline. So
this could be a big show. So I'm wondering, who you might have a scout in the crowd. I'm just saying, will you run the razor?
To be honest, I will never do that. Number one, because they don't pay me enough on the independents. But one of my trainees did that recently for an independent show. She ran the razor. How do you feel about that, Vern? Just to hear that one of my trainees at an independent show where she probably got paid tops $30, $40. She ran the razor, brother.
The promoter should have been arrested for negligence and abuse. Because I'm sorry, is it a young wrestler?
She's in the terms of wrestling, she's young, but I think she's an older woman.
How long has she been in the business?
2-3 years tops.
Okay. Then the fault is on someone there who wasn't there to say, hey,
maybe you shouldn't do this.
Maybe you shouldn't do that. Save it for when it matters. I mean, I dig you're in your mind. This is WrestleMania right now, but you're 2-3 years in. You'll have bigger moments.
So to piggyback on that, that was the mild part of her match. Remind me, maybe after the show, I'll
mild part of her match was her running the razor.
There was another spot with her manager. I guess the guy had to be hospitalized because of it. Yeah, we'll watch it later. Maybe we'll make it a bonus ode. If I can get the permission from the promoter, I'll make it a bonus ode.
Okay. Wow. Really?
I'll make it a bonus ode.
We'll the manager ended up hospitalized?
Yeah, apparently. This is what Shay told me because Shay was at the show.
Wow. Oh, too much. Then way too much. Okay.
Yeah, way too far for a blow off.
For an show blowing off a thing, if you ran the razor and the manager got a bump, you did way too much. It's a hat on a hat.
Yeah, too much. When me and Shay had a blow off, we had a one off.
Was the manager leaving the promotion? Because why would you kill the manager and the talent and his person,
his worker? I didn't call it.
Okay.
Apparently, I think the thing was he didn't ask for permission, and they just did it.
Oh, then you know what? I rescind every comment I just made. All the criticism.
No, that part, the manager part. I don't know about
that's what I'm saying. All right, then I rescind what I said about the manager. That manager, then unfortunately, some would say what is it? Jim Cornette likes to tell a story that ended about Big Bubba doing a move that he hurt an enhancement talent. When he got to the back, Dusty Rhodes, in not so many words, I won't repeat here, but basically said, don't do stuff that you don't know how to do.
Yeah.
If you don't know how to do stuff,
don't
do stuff.
Yeah.
Because when you, and the point of it is, because when you do it out there, you can hurt someone or yourself, and it affects all of us. It doesn't just affect you.
Correct, because we're all supposed to make it to the next town.
Yeah,
that's the goal of our.
I mean, that's a shame. If this person did something to injure themselves and they did it without telling the promoter and just decided I'm gonna have a moment, then that is a byproduct of the. How often do we text about what a mark for themselves? This what are you doing? Like, what are you being such a fan for yourself? Like. So you can watch this in another year on YouTube. Like, trust me, you're not going to get the views on this thing you think you are.
Maybe we can make it go viral. I'm making a clip on TikTok if I can get the okay.
I guess. Like, it's just. But
actually, it'll probably be on IWTV after a while. I'll say the promotion. It's Proving Ground Wrestling, and they're on IWTV. So
okay.
Who knows?
Well, that's a shame. That's a shame to think someone got hurt, and again over hubris that says I'm important enough that I'm going to get to do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Well, speedy recovery. I don't know who they are, but speedy recovery to them. I hope they learn from this mistake.
Hopefully, because you would never catch me dead doing that. I like how my face looks. I like this appearance. I already got wrinkles in my forehead. I don't need to add more ground beef up there. Never had to run the razor. If I bled in a wrestling match, it was a shoot. It was the hard way.
So random question, just because you brought up running the razor.
Yeah.
So since you wouldn't run the razor, would you pull a Brock?
Hard way on purpose?
Because the story going around is that Brock with the corner, Brock knew it was going to cut him.
Yeah, that was hard way on purpose.
And he knew he didn't want to run. I guess he couldn't run wasn't allowed to run the razor.
They don't do that on the ITE.
So he was like, oh, it's fine. I could just I'll eat the buckle.
I believe it because look what he did with Randy Orton.
Correct, but
he busted Orton not on purpose, but intentionally.
But what mentality do you have to have that says, the exposed bull? I'll just run my head across it. Don't worry about it. I'll just
self-mutilation. Kurt was correct. It's what sport or performance would somebody go, I'm just going to take my head, ram it into something to make myself bleed because I want blood in this performance? Nothing but professional wrestling, brother.
And legitimize it and make it real. And have no one
can question that. Oh, he bladed. I saw the razor.
No one can say I stood there in a choke slam, awkwardly going
like,
yeah.
I get it. It's self-mutilation, dude. It literally is.
Man, yeah. When you say it like that, wow. Oh,
the more you think about it, it is. Yeah. It is. We literally hurt ourselves intentionally for the roar of a crowd. Because when I go to the Fenway at that festival, it's the El Mundo Festival. It's a Latin culture festival. There's going to be hundreds, if not thousands, of people there. Not all of them are going to be there to watch wrestling, but the
scouts. There'll definitely be some scouts. No, you better believe scouts are going to be there. All right, listen, scouts are coming from all around the country, brother.
If I see Regal, I'm down. I'm blading. If I see Regal,
run the wire, run the razor.
Oh God. I'm gonna flare it.
You say that now, and you're gonna look out in the crowd, and he'll be standing out there. You're gonna be like, "What have I done?
I'm like,
what have I done?"
It's like when I talked about that other dude. I'm not saying his name.
That's what I'm saying. What have I done? And you're gonna look out there. It'll just be he was in town visiting family. Decided to stop by this festival. Whatever. Reason.
Oh my Lord.
And you would go. That sense of panic would go. Well, I guess I got to do this.
Hey, Shay, you got a razor anywhere? That'd be nuts. All right, so maybe we should start talking about.
Let's allow it to say. What a fun tangent, but going from brevity, perhaps a moment of brevity, to get into a much more somber moment.
I'll let you spark it off.
Yeah, man. Just real quick. Rest in peace to the Iron Sheik. This evening, it was reported this afternoon that the Iron Sheik, it was confirmed by a family friend that he has traveled the Rainbow Bridge. And he has crossed on over to I heard someone say that recently about something, and I was like, what? That's a fine way of putting it. So he's crossed the Rainbow Bridge to join the great promotion in the sky, and rest in peace to the Iron Sheik, one of my favorites. I got into Sheik because of the shoot interview. I won't even pretend to say it was because of the work.
His in-ring work? No,
it was
the shoots.
I remember listening to Kevin Castle talk about the shoot is nuts. Him and Don Tony was like, you can't get through it. It's insane. It's just rambling.
I couldn't get through it.
I bought it immediately. I sat through it, and I said,
you forced me to sit. I said, I can't.
You got to watch this.
What I go, like 45 minutes?
Yes,
I said, I can't, Brent. I'm going.
And I would just be like, bro, just wait. You got to listen to him.
I said, I couldn't.
Sheik, it was Sheik at his worst. So I will admit, it was, in retrospect, it was terrible because it's like we were gleefully laughing at a man who was like at his worst.
Yeah, it was bad.
But if you had a chance to see Sheik's the last documentary they did on Sheik, man, it was beautiful, and it really showed how Sheik bounced back and people, people took advantage of him, and he was doing the Howard Stern thing, and for a while, man, he was a mess. But at the end, he cleaned it up, and Sheik was still doing it, man.
I'll be honest. Yeah. The fact, the Sheik that we saw in those shoot interviews, which was from like the early 2010s.
The Sheik making the rounds with the pot belly and missing teeth.
Remember his handler? He was slapping his handler around at the airports.
And his handler, Eric Sims, who allegedly, many people say that Eric Sims took advantage of Sheik. Eric Sims was a predator to Sheik. Allegedly, those are things that were rumored. I don't know if those things were true or not, but that was alleged that Sims, and he was the guy who was in the shoots who would drive Sheik and would help procure.
He was literally his handler. He probably wiped his butt, in all honesty.
Who knows? But that's what I'm saying. That's why a lot of people are like, you can't throw so much heat in a guy because the guy did take care of it in a lot of instances.
Oh, yeah.
Who knows how much he did do for him. So,
right. Yeah. So I was going to say,
please,
the fact that he made it to 2023, I'm shocked. The fact that he made it to 81 years old, I am completely shocked. He lived a long life. I thought 10, 12 years ago, we'd be having this conversation off air, just Sheik died. But Hey, he made it to 2023. So shout out to him. In all honesty.
Fun fact:
Mm-hmm.
friend lives 2 blocks from Sheik, and he says he would drive by and you would see Sheik sitting on the porch, just having a smoke sometimes, just hanging out on the porch. And he was like, Sheik was always real friendly, always waved to people when you walk by. Sheik would walk by, would wave to you.
Cheeky baby.
Yeah, he was like,
should I read this?
Please do.
Article? Okay, this is straight from the WWE.com website. Should I keep this up or should I just, because I'm just talking, right? Let's just keep this up. Okay.
That chest,
let me clear the throat. Hold on. Had to mute it. I wanted to clear the throat. Yeah, that big barrel chest of him. You know what before we go, you know what I see? I just see this.
The Persian clubs.
Yep, with the clubs. That's all I see right now. All right, let me pop him back up. All right, WWE is saddened to learn that, oh man, oof, brother. Hussein Khosrow Ali Vaziri. Okay, let me try that again. WWE is saddened to learn that Hussein Khosrow Ali Vaziri, known the world over as WWE Hall of Famer, the Iron Sheik, passed away on Wednesday, June 7th, literally today. It's still June 7th, so today. Passed away on Wednesday, June 7th at the age of 81. With his imposing physique, curled boots, and dreaded camel clutch finishing hold, the Iron Sheik's larger-than-life personality and natural gift for inciting crowds across the globe helped him become one of the greatest villains in sports entertainment history. Yet, over time, that awe-inspiring showmanship not only earned the respect of his peers, but the WWE universe as a whole, making him a beloved figure. The Iron Sheik first excelled in the world of Greco-Roman wrestling, competing in the Amateur Athletic Union and becoming a gold medalist at 180.5 pounds in 1971. The Iron Sheik became WWE champion the day after Christmas in 1983 when he defeated Bob Backlund in Madison Square Garden. The victory was a controversial one as Backlund's manager Arnold Skaaland threw in the towel when Backlund refused to submit to the camel clutch. After losing the WWE Championship to Hulk Hogan, the Iron Sheik engaged in a heated rivalry with Sergeant Slaughter, culminating in their famous boot camp match at Madison Square Garden. Soon after, the Iron Sheik teamed with Russian strongman Nikolai Volkov. The anti-American pairing went on to win the WWE World Tag Team Championship in 1985 at the first WrestleMania. The Iron Sheik left the WWE in 1988, but reappeared in 91 by the side of former enemy Sergeant Slaughter as Colonel Mustafa. His last in-ring appearance was at WrestleMania 17 as the Iron Sheik returned for one night only, winning a gimmick battle royal and reigniting his rivalry with Slaughter in the process. The Iron Sheik remained a pop culture icon due to his bombastic online persona and appearances on The Howard Stern Show, The Eric Andre Show, and more. WWE extends its condolences to the Iron Sheik's family, friends, and fans. Sheik out. What you got, buddy? I see you taking notes. You're going through the book. I love that the last time we had a pass away on the last episode, we had Billy Graham pass away. You went to the book. And now here you go, thumbing through the pages.
I had to take a look.
Yes, sir.
Because you brought up December 26, 1983.
Yep.
The attendance was 24,592, including several thousand at the Felt Forum for the WWF Heavyweight title match in 11 minutes and 50 seconds.
Felt Forum? Where's that? Oh.
Yep, at the Felt Forum.
It was the theater at MSG.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the promo after this? When Bob Backlund lost?
No, I've never.
Yo, that promo punches you in the gut somewhere because
really
he's crying, but it's like Bob's like, I'm sorry, I apologize to my fans. I fought my hardest, and he's sobbing. It's like it's touching in like a weird way because it's like he was a champ for so long and he got boring, and when he lost, it was like whatever, but still he was like, I failed. I don't, and it was like, man, like he took it hard. And he never got a rematch. Like that was it.
Well, he did win the belt. He did win the belt again. Well, only to drop it to Nash at Madison Square.
And he still believes in 2023, he believes he could still run with the title. But anyway.
Of course he could. Of course he could. One thing I wanted to mention before you continue.
Yeah, no. Just only last thing. I was going to tell you one last thing, and you can take it away. I want to interrupt you here. Last one. That was December 26th. Yo, the next show, January 23rd, 1984. That was a day. Sheik was there just to take the belt off Backlund.
Transitional champion.
Literally. But it's amazing to think that it happened from December 26th and then January 23rd, he was no longer champion.
Less than a month.
So
they needed Hulk Hogan because Hulk Hogan then was the All-American hero. So the All-American hero needed to defeat.
Can I ask you a question?
Foreign heel.
Can I just ask you a question based on it, just because we're talking about it? Do you know how long that match was with Hogan?
I don't know, but let me guess. Can I guess before you tell me?
That's why I want to ask you. Yeah.
7 minutes.
Too long.
4 minutes.
All right, too short. 5 minutes, 40 seconds.
Wow. A Brock Lesnar match.
When, for some reason, in my mind's eye, I've always remembered the match longer, but when you watch it, it's because the big fanfare, Hogan walking to the ring, the roar of the crowd.
Yeah.
But the match
was probably longer.
Is just punch, couple of boop, 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 hip toss, 1, 2, 3. Hogan breaks the clutch. It's nuts.
He puts him in the clutch, right? I remember
Hogan
he puts him in the clutch.
Yeah. And Hogan breaks out.
Iconic, oh, wow. 5 minutes
and 40 seconds.
You got to love it. You got to love it.
And from there, that's where it starts. And what's wild is this. Can I just tell you this? So remember the test was 24,000 when Sheik takes the belt?
Yeah.
Hogan wins in front of 26,000, several thousand at the Forum. The next show after Hogan wins, 26,000 includes 4,000 more at the Forum. The next show, 26,000, 4,000 at the Forum.
Jeez,
the next
sellouts, 30K. Hogan was the guy. Terry.
But from that gate, it started out hot.
Hulkamania, brother.
It started hot.
Wow.
And once more, shout out to Crowbar.
I wish I still had the picture.
Crowbar Press. Big up for Wrestling in the Garden, the Battle for New York, Work, Shoots, and Double Crosses. Scott Teal, Michael J. Kenyon. Thank y'all so much for the research. I appreciate y'all being
that book is awesome. That book is actually really good.
So thank you. I just wanted to add that. Franny, go ahead, man. Take it away.
No, I just wanted to mention the Gimmick Battle Royal. How fun that was when they did that Gimmick Battle Royal and Sheik went over.
Why did she go over? Tell him, Frank. Why did she go over?
Why did he go over? Tell me.
You know why.
I have no idea.
Yes, you do.
Nope.
You're thinking too hard. If you don't know why, you're thinking too hard about it.
I have no idea.
Okay.
Why
do you suspect the Iron Sheik couldn't lose?
I don't know. Because he could. Oh, because he can go over the top rope.
Ding, ding, ding. We have the winner. He was the one guy who couldn't take the bump. He can't take the bump. Cornette could still take the bump. Bruce Pritchard could still take the bump. Remember the two of them were like,
it. Come on, E. Let us live. I wish we could play the Rumble. I'd put it right on Peacock. Oh my God.
That's it. And because I've heard that story so many times from the guys who've been in it, but they're all like, you know, I won because he's the one guy who couldn't take the bump.
He couldn't go over the top and land safely.
So Sheik wins.
Yeah. Hey.
That's why when I asked, I'm like, you're thinking too hard about it, man. It's obvious.
I'm thinking like, why would he? Because he's politic. No, because he couldn't go over the top.
Because he could barely walk it. Once he got in there, that's it. We got him in the ring. We're good to go.
Great. Fantastic. So yeah, Sheik probably became more iconic to people once he started doing those shoots we were talking about.
The
Twitter handle.
Yes.
Oh my Lord. I mean, just recently I seen him curse out somebody. I can't even remember, but he cursing out of somebody every day.
And the Howard Stern thing, like it can't be said enough. The Howard, like the radius that had, and like Howard Stern helped to make the character of the Iron Sheik something that became quote unquote legendary. Remember, Sheik was doing roasts at one point. They're having like the Sheik became just this weird cultural phenomena for a moment where. If you wanted to have somebody come out to say mean things and come out to say outrageous, outlandish, Sheik was the one because Sheik, whatever, Bubba, gives a little money and he was doing it.
You think I can use this? Should be able to use Howard Stern, right?
I wonder if Howard.
I have the beginning of it. I just want to hear it. I haven't seen it in a while.
Okay.
You know what? We're doing it live.
Roll the dice. Let's roll the dice.
I'm doing it live, pal. Here we go. All right, it's Sheiky Baby. There was a little intro first. So if there's anything we could play of Sheik, let's play this.
Yeah.
Did they buy him this belt? When was he ever WCW World Heavyweight Champion? They just gave him a belt.
Sheik's the gimmick, baby.
Yeah, Sheik didn't. They probably went to like a store.
The Howard Stern show. Wow.
This is when it first came to Sirius.
Yeah. Oh, this one was first on Sirius. Shout out the
Remember
Howard Show. I used to listen to Howard Show till I just canceled my Sirius.
First thing in the morning. Remember, first thing in the morning when I used to get taken to school, I would have Howard Stern on. If I was getting driven to a bus stop, Howard Stern. I can't remember the station. ROK?
Was it K-Rock? Wasn't it K-Rock?
It was K-Rock. It was K-Rock. You're right.
Yeah. 90.
You would listen to him in the morning, and then E. You would see him late at night on E.
Oh,
you can
all
watch
the
the video version.
The video show?
Because we were little deviants, and he'd have some wild stuff on. All right, let's hear my man.
There he is.
Baby. It's the handler right here, right?
Yep, that's Sims.
Yep. All right, he's talking. All right. Okay, here we go. This is where I wanted to go.
I don't think it's Phil Sims. That's a football player.
Oh, Phil Sims. You said Eric Sims.
Eric Sims, thank you.
Yep. All right, here we go.
I definitely said his name and
yes,
forgot
sir.
it.
He's back. Pleasure for me again to Mr. Howard Stern invite me show. Always, like I said, number one station, number one show in the world. Howard Stern, News 100, number one, best in the world.
You love Mr. Stern.
Exactly. He is real all country, intelligent, Jewish businessman. Pleasure for me. Anytime Mr. Howard Stern need me to, I'll be here.
Excellent. So you're very excited this morning because it's been a little right this way, Mr.
Yes, sir. Hello, Sheik. How you doing? Fine, thank you, sir.
So it's been a while since you've been back.
Yes, sir.
What are you hoping to have happen today?
Well, I hope that Jabroni Baba Love John was here. But another thing is my target, Mr. Donald Trump. Mr. Donald Trump beat my boss last year and cut his hair. And my wish is to Mr. Howard Stern talk to Mr. Donald Trump. I want to challenge with Mr. Donald Trump arm wrestling. If he beat me, and he can have my gold medal, he can have my belt, and he can shave my mustache. That's number one man in my target. Mr. Donald Trump, you're the richest man in the world, but you cannot afford it to buy my AAU All-American gold medal. You fire everybody after I beat you in the arm wrestling, and I beat you for $1 million, and then I'm going to fire him.
So you're upset the way he disrespected.
I'm just stopping it there. That was gold.
That
was
is
gold.
The Sheik
that was
we all
gold.
know. Sheik cut a promo about what? Just cut a promo. Doesn't just go.
Just go. Just talk.
He did it right there.
He wants to wrestle Donald Trump. He wants to arm wrestle Donald Trump for $1 million. You notice how he sneaked that $1 million in there right at the end? You could take my belt, you could take my AAU All-American gold medal, and you could shave my mustache. I love it. That was great. That's the Sheik we all know and love.
Oh man, random funny, not funny. Well, funny I guess, but I don't want to say funny in there, right? It's not funny. Sheik and famous story. Sheik and Duggan. Mm-hmm. That's like one of those moments that changed wrestling where they get caught together with drugs in a car.
Yes.
Right? Yes. So that's the one thing we have to mention about Sheik is that Sheik and Duggan get caught in a car, and that by all means kills Duggan's push. It derails, and for a lot of people, it destroyed the last veil wrestling had when now we had national news confirm the baby face and the heels ride together, and they were faces. But Cornette tells a story about Sheik took a drug test, and he came back and he was super happy. He says, and he was telling everybody, "Baby, I'm positive." He said, "I passed the test." He goes, "I come back." Goes, "They say I passed," and he was super excited. And they were trying to tell him, "Not Sheik, you don't want to pass this test.
You failed, buddy."
He says, "You want to fail these tests."
Yeah.
And he said, "No, Bubba." He was like, "No, Bubba. Sheik number one. Sheik passes all his tests." And they were just like, it was like, what did they explain to him? These are the tests you want to fail.
Sheik. This is the one you don't want to pass, brother.
Yeah,
you don't want to have what they're looking for. Okay.
And Sheik number one, Sheik passed all his tests.
I love it. So I guess we cap it all off, put a bow on this bad boy. R.I.P. to the Iron Sheik.
R.I.P. Iron Sheik. Cameraman, zoom in.
Zoom it, right? You do the pose.
That's it. Big barrel chest. Zoom in, cameraman.
Big old chest. All right, let's move on to the next thing. Vern Bocci. Are you aware?
Sir.
2 days ago was the 1 year anniversary of, let's get a good picture for you, of this.
Ooh, I did not remember that. What's been 1 year, really? Wow.
1 whole year. It was our 9th episode. The episode was titled Let me go back to it. I was just looking at it literally a second ago. Episode 9, Vince is Vince. That is this is around the same time of the Vince McMahon scandal coming to the surface.
Okay.
The Jeff Hardy, I think Jeff Hardy as well, where we were doing this deal on our shows.
When we were
you gotta do the
what is it?
We were modest to the top, brother.
Modest to the top.
Yep. This was man, this was a very long episode. There was a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know if we touched everything here, but
yeah.
episode 9 had a lot of stuff. But yeah, this was around the time where Vince
stuff was coming to light.
This stuff was coming to light. Flair was about to have his last match, and Cody Rhodes showed up at Hell in a Cell with a torn pectoral muscle and came out there and worked Seth freaking Rollins in an amazing matchup.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is one of the iconic shots. I wish I had a better shot of Seth. You can see it a little bit, but he had the dusty gear on. Remember that?
Yep.
Yeah, the polka dots. If there's anything you remember about that now, what stood out to you?
Oh, the performance. Yeah. Cody, the gutsy. I remember the moment Cody took off the coat and the silence that came out in the crowd. That moment,
the hush. Oh, like, oh my God.
Of everyone in that room having a moment of like, oh, this is real. This isn't like wrestling real. This is really real.
This is really real. Yeah.
This dude's whole chest is looking purple because it's like, it was one of the moments of just like, and
we all went, oh my God. Everybody.
And it was uncomfortable. You can sense the crowd was uncomfortable as Cody's wrestling. And by the end, I remember the emotion of, I was just like, I'm in it, Cody. Just do it. Because you were like, holy God, this guy's so gutsy.
Yeah.
This dude is digging from a place somewhere deep. It was, one of my favorite matches last year. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we when we did the year in review with Ian, we talked about some of the best matches of the year. And I think we put that up there. This match with Cody. I think it was your pick.
Yeah,
as one of your favorite matches of the year. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, that was the one where Professor picked Gunther. We was talking about that Gunther match was his like best.
Yeah, I mean, because you know how much he loves Gunther.
And he loves watching some people slap each other around.
Slapping meat, of course. So yeah, I would say.
How do you feel about it?
I would say,
what do you remember? I guess
the biggest moment is here when he took off that jacket and the hush. It was because everybody was ecstatic to see Cody, because you remember he was just a few months off of the Mania comeback, and you know wrestling has more than one royal family. Adrenaline in my soul, something Cody Rhodes, and everybody was loving him coming back. Right? I wanted to pop you there. Everybody was loving the fact that he's back and he's running this program with Seth. And literally, remember, somebody posted on the Cage Match article, he's literally beating Seth in every town. Him and Seth were working every town, and the babyface was going over.
Oh, I remember when you got angry. You're like, this is not how wrestling works.
Like, this is how it works. Duh. Like, he's supposed to go over. He's the babyface. They're the main event. Duh.
And they work multiple times in towns to work the match out. So when it gets to TV,
there's
a TV match.
It's just a hit, obviously. But people don't realize that. They just go on Cage Match and see, I got to give this review and all that good stuff. Even though they what did they filter reviews now, don't they?
I was just about to ask you randomly. You brought up Cage Match. Have you seen this?
That they make you wait 24 hours.
You have to wait 24 hours, yes, to prevent the review bombing that happens.
Imagine that on a site like Cage Match. I don't know, but anyway, I'm not going on that tangent because I refuse to give it the time of the day. But yes, watching him remove his Homelander jacket and the hush over the crowd, that's what got me. But then the actual match, like you said, like going through these spots where you know, because it was reported that he couldn't do anything worse, but it didn't matter because you see this and you're cringing.
Because that hurts.
Yes.
We all know what it is to have someone poke a bruise.
Right.
You're poking a stick into a bruise.
So that's a torn pec. That's a hematoma. You ever get a hematoma where it swells and somebody does, like, let's say this is your hematoma and somebody just goes, and you can feel the blood rushing and everything swelling even more.
Yes, you get that weird,
you get that pulsation, that weird feeling like, It's horrible.
And
so
it's this gross warmth feeling.
Yes. That's a
like
great
you got a pocket of
description.
soup just hanging out there, and it's just like, yeah.
That's such a great description of it. Just seeing this, and for the audio listeners, it's the spot where Seth Rollins is digging the kendo stick right into his chest where the pectoral muscle is broken. I remember where it's torn. Sorry. I remember towards the end of the match, I wish I had the photo. It was like the bruise was dispersing and turning a different color.
Yep.
Because of the damage that Seth was
they were doing.
So like the blood was starting to spread out elsewhere
because
of what they were doing in the match, and they went crazy.
It was a gutsy performance.
Oh yeah.
You don't performance match, but you don't see stuff like that every day.
So I think, in all honesty, would you say, I mean, he was over AF when he showed back up at Mania.
Yeah.
I think that match against Seth at Hell in a Cell made him the babyface he is right now. That's how I look at it. Even though he was gone right after, I would say that match made him the babyface he is right now. What do you think? Would you agree?
Would you say this is his Dusty in the cage moment? Dusty getting turned on by the Horseman in the cage, and that moment that just like the crowd rioted trying to save Dusty. This was their guy.
Sure.
This made Dusty their guy.
Yeah.
At that moment when they realized that that no good Ric Flair,
right?
That no good Horseman.
I think
when they broke his leg. Yeah, they broke his leg in the door that time. Go ahead.
The only difference is it was against somebody, even though he was a heel, that the crowd loves so much. And look at Seth now. We're going to talk about him later. World Heavyweight Champion. People are singing his song wherever he goes, and the dude's super over as a babyface right now. But at that time, he was probably the best heel on Raw.
Yeah.
And he was going up against the guy who they wanted to be the top babyface, to the point where they wanted him to dethrone Roman.
Has Seth become the new gatekeeper? Is Seth the modern day AJ Styles of like, remember how AJ was your Impact guy? Like an Impact, if you had a match with AJ,
you had to work AJ and you had to
work
good
AJ,
one.
and if you had a goodie, you were good. Has that become Seth? Like
if you work Seth and Seth gives you the okay, because it used to be Randy, I think, for a while. Like you worked Randy.
Yeah.
I think you were lapsed a little at that point.
Okay.
This is when my wife was loving Randy.
All right.
And there was no Roman Reigns yet. I feel like if you worked Randy and Randy
I've heard
approved,
this.
You're good to go. You're solid. Because remember that hindered Kofi for a while when he called him stupid. You don't remember that? He hit him with an RKO. He got up, stupid, and then covered him. And I guess they had some heat because the match went wrong. And Randy kind of was like, nope, you can't push this guy. And you know what I mean?
I was not aware of that. No.
I'm not saying that's verbatim, but
gotcha.
You know what I mean? So
wow.
I think that was
Randy.
Wow. I think that was Randy. And you can say it's Seth now, because I mean, look, he worked Austin Theory, and look at Austin Theory now on SmackDown with the US title, doing good things over there. And they had a program for a while with Bobby. Remember, it was between the three of them for the US title when they started when Triple H took over and he started making those titles important again. You know what I mean? So I would say, yeah, dude's the gatekeeper, and he's in a perfect spot. I know we're supposed to be talking about Cody, but you can't talk about this without talking about Seth. So but just to cap off what I was saying, just like you were saying too, the gutsiness of, I mean, stuff like watching this and seeing him, most guys would be like, I'm all set. I got a blown pec. I'm not doing this. You know, there's football players who go, I'm not playing the game if I got a torn pectoral muscle. I'm not coming back in. You'll see them all wrapped up with the ice there, and nope, I'm cool. Shoulder pads are off. This guy went out there and worked for, I mean, I don't know the exact time, but I'll find it. It was over 20 minutes, right? The match was pretty long. I've got it right here.
I think so.
They went 24 minutes, longest match of the night. 24 minutes, 20 seconds.
Main event of
the night. So that's why it's like you had to give the man his credit.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think that's what makes him the babyface.
And Seth took the L. Seth took the L that night. Yeah. That was that the series that did Seth lose all three matches in the series?
I believe so. Yes, I believe so.
Did he?
He lost to Mania.
Yeah.
I think there was a Money in the Bank match, If I'm not mistaken.
Man, wow.
Let me go back to Hell in a Cell, because I'm sure Wikipedia will cap it all up.
Wow.
Or let me go. Let me go to cage match.
Yeah, real quick on this tangent. I'm sorry, real quick on this tangent. I just want to just for my sake. Yeah, I just want to know because if he lost all three and dude's heavyweight champion right now, then I think our theory is right that he is the gatekeeper. Because wow, what a run that is.
Oh my gosh, so I got to go to like promote. Wow, I got to go to promotions. Oh my Lord, what do we do? They got like every logo. I've never been on the WWE cage match. I never have a reason to. How far back do I need to go? Okay, hold on.
Did I send you that Reddit post of the guy who created a Word document with all the wins of every
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. This is July.
And the first comment was like, hey, I don't mean to upset you, but have you heard of Wikipedia?
Like, this is all here, buddy. Hold on.
Oh, man.
I think I'm getting there. Monday Night Raw. This thing has everything, brother.
Yeah.
Everything.
Well, it tries to have everything.
Well, at least for the WWE, as long as you have results on the internet, they'll post it. Hell in a Cell was what date? Oh, June 5th. So I'm getting there. Literally, we were talking about it. Here we go. Hell in a Cell. He worked Cody defeats Seth Rollins. Money in the Bank was after that because Cody did the promo for Money in the Bank. Remember, he did the promo for it because it was supposed to be in Vegas.
Yes.
In a certain building. Yes. Okay, so you remember that.
Yep, brought that back to mind. Yep.
Okay, so the pay-per-view before that would be May. That was hold on, bear with me. Good TV we're doing right now.
I know, right?
May 1st. Late April? It was Mania. There was no May pay-per-view? I'm looking here. I'm going through the entire month of May. Sunday Stunners, Raws, main events, NXTs. Oh, Backlash. Cody defeated Seth. So Cody won Mania. Cody defeated Seth at Backlash. They went another 20 minutes. That was in Providence. I think Shane went to that pay-per-view. And then he won at Hell in a Cell. I think Hell in a Cell was supposed to be the end-all be-all. And Cody won there too.
Imagine that.
So he did the 3-0 sweep.
Imagine that. He got a 3-0 sweep, and Cody is sitting pretty as one of the top stars.
Yep.
And
Seth's the world heavyweight champion.
World heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
Who knew?
I think it worked out good for both of them.
Indeed.
Yep. All right. Anything else you want to touch on that before we move on?
No, sir.
All right, good sir. Tell me what you heard about.
Man.
I know you were waiting for this. Tell me what you heard about this thing called Remix.tv.
So okay. Early this morning, you know me. I'm doing my usual. Let me check out what's happening on the internet. Let's see what's going on. Yeah. And I see this announcement of a brand new all wrestling free ad-supported TV, a fast platform. Yes. And I didn't know what that was. So I was like,
what is fast?
I was like, yeah. And I'm like,
yeah, me too.
Same thing. Fast. I'm like, wait, what? I'm thinking fast the promotion. I'm like, wait. I was like, I thought it was like all female. I'm like, all these things are in my head. I'm like, wait, what does it say?
What is this? What are they talking about? Right.
And when I click the article and I read it, and it's free ad-supported TV. So basically, TV.
It's free, like Freevee.
It's
Freevee's one of them.
You get
Tubi.
You get a show with commercials.
Yeah.
So television.
Yeah, just streaming television. That's the new age, brother.
My gosh.
Welcome to the future.
Welcome to the future. You're getting a channel that streams. You can't pick the stuff. We pick it. We stream it. And we're going to put commercials between you. You can watch for free.
And you can watch whatever you want.
Subscribe television.
But now this is now I know you're not too fond of it, but now this is pretty much an all professional wrestling channel.
Yes.
All if this was 1993 and you were flicking through, you went to MTV, BET, at VH1, you'd go on Remix. You change the channel, you go on Remix, and the entire day it'd be nothing but wrestling. You would never seen that back in the day. I know that for a fact.
No, but it's, you know what? But like I said when I read this. So after reading this,
can I read it?
The article?
Read it?
Yeah, please. You do the article.
All right. So this is from Fightful.com. Let's see if there's a name for it. Written by Colin Tessier. I think we've done his articles before. This is from June 6th, so a day ago, as of right now. I hope we're saying it right. It's got to be Remix because it's spelled Remix with a W. I'll pop the site on in a second because I went to the site just now, and I'll save it for then when we get there because you're gonna love it. Remix is launching the world. Oh, sorry, I didn't do the title. Remix, world's first all wrestling fast platform, announces launch with Defy Your Nightmare premiere. Let me open up the pipes here. Remix is launching the world's first all wrestling free ad supported TV fast platform. In a press release, Remix announced that it would launch on June 19th. Powered by Steam Stack video platform, Remix will be the world's first all wrestling free ad supported TV platform, and it will have more than 500 hours of wrestling content. Defy, Ultra, and Enjoy, never heard of that one, will be a part of the library. Remix will launch with the premiere of Defy Your Nightmare on June 22nd. Let's see. This is from Remix. Get ready to embark on an adrenaline-fueled journey into the heart of professional wrestling as Remix launches with the highly anticipated world premiere of Defy Your Nightmare on Thursday, June 22nd at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Witness prodigy Nick Wayne defend his Defy championship against New Japan Pro Wrestling's Kenta, streaming exclusively for free at remix.tv. Powered by StreamStack, a new video platform dedicated to creating live and on-demand experiences that cater to fans. Remix, pronounced Remix, perfect, is the world's first all-wrestling free ad-supported TV fast platform. They're making sure they plug that word in there. Flywheel. It's the flywheel.
Flywheel. Let's get the flywheel. It's got to be in the flywheel.
With top-tier action from around the pro wrestling landscape, Remix takes the catchphrase, where we watch wrestling, to a new level by offering an unparalleled experience for wrestling enthusiasts without needing paid subscriptions. With an impressive lineup of brands including Defy, Ultra, and Enjoy, Remix showcases more than 500 hours of gripping wrestling content, providing fans with unlimited access to their favorite matches, unforgettable storylines, and legendary moments, with an exciting upcoming schedule of world premiere and live events. Don't miss out on this monumental occasion. Visit remix.tv to watch Defy Your Nightmare on Thursday, June 22nd at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm cool on the rest of that. So, Vern, your thoughts while I get this ready for you to see. Go ahead.
Okay, my thoughts are this.
I know you started, but let's I'm gonna let you finish.
So I subscribe to IWTV.
Yes.
Right. I
good platform.
Subscribe to IWTV. Good platform because it has a plethora of this stuff.
Yes.
Then
thousands of hours.
Then came Pro
Wrestling.tv? Yeah,
Pro
that's another one.
TV.
That's a free whatever they want to call it.
Yep, same thing. That you can get a subscription to watch no ads, whatever.
I think it's gone.
It's gone.
I typed it in and it's gone. Pro Wrestling TV. Oh, Pro Wrestling TV.live. No, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I was like, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you're throwing a third one. All I'm saying is, at the moment, you have Peacock that has the largest wrestling library known to man.
Yep.
Then from there, it just gets smaller and more obscure.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that in a negative way. I as a person who owns copious amounts of indie wrestling, but indie wrestling is indie wrestling for a reason, right? I enjoy going to single A ball games. It's fun. It's an experience.
Yeah, I think I'm going to one on Father's Day. I'm going to go see some AAA baseball.
Great.
Yeah.
I used to live near a minor league team. I went to a bunch of games.
Yep.
There's a feel for it. But there is a huge difference in watching a major league team play and watching a single A ball club or a AAA ball club. There's a difference in the stadium. There's a difference in the uniforms. There's a whole difference in all the experience.
Sure.
For the diehards who love baseball, every game was an experience. Didn't matter that you didn't know the players. Didn't matter that it was like watching amateur hours sometimes. The diehards loved it. Myself as a casual would enjoy it for a little bit, but then it reaches a point where I'm just like, all right, man, let's
Let's wrap this thing on up.
Wrap this thing on up, guys. Let's
wrap it up, B.
Let's pitch. Let's hit, please. Let's quit being so terrible at this game.
Yeah.
So that long example and long illustration just to say, I don't think you need another independent wrestling channel. I think that I understand you don't want the monopoly, right? IWTV probably has them. The IWTV Live probably has the monopoly on all of like indie wrestling.
They have a lot of promotions. That's the big thing for independent.
They have tons of promotions. Sure.
I'll
and they have lots of obscure and random. And
I mean, what's that one? Zona 23. Would have never heard of it if it wasn't on IWTV. So,
but I don't think the world needs this. I just want
to cut you off,
please.
I went on IWTV right on the front page. I'll pop it up right now because we have nothing to hide, right?
Sure.
Look what it says. Let me share the screen. Make sure I get the right one. Boom. I don't know who the lady is. 7,476 events from 330 promotions, more than 15,148 hours of wrestling. But this is a subscription version.
And that's subscription, yeah.
I would say this is our Peacock of independent wrestling.
Yeah.
That's what I would call it. Yeah.
For right now, because it has the most, and it's constantly growing.
Yes.
Constantly getting emails from them of new show. They're streaming 3 shows at a time.
I mean, it takes a while to scroll through every promotion that's on here. I mean,
so this is exciting in so much as it's just something else to watch wrestling, but I don't see this being a game changer.
My God, there's so many on here. You say you don't see it being a game changer?
No, because it's Defy Wrestling.
Yeah,
it's just more indie wrestling. I don't see it growing outside the audience of people who already know what it is. A lot of times, right? Indie wrestling doesn't grow because you don't know about it. But also, indie wrestling's an acquired taste.
Right.
It's not as palatable as watching Fed wrestling or watching AEW. And even AEW is acquired taste. Fed wrestling is your best version of a mass-produced McDonald's hamburger that's kind of going to taste like what you think it should taste like anywhere you go to get it. But indie wrestling, come on, how many times are we talking? I'll just be like, oh my God, this is the worst match I've ever seen. And then text you back, go, yo, I just seen this banger of a match in the same card. It makes no sense how these people are all working in the same show.
Like, how is this possible? So I was just looking at pro wrestling.
Remix, TV. Yeah, Remix. I'm sorry, Remix. I don't know what you're doing, why you exist, but for whoever it is you're here, what is this?
This is pro wrestling.tv.
Right now?
This is right now. They're playing some stream, it looks like, for Control Your Narrative, because you can see, let me not pause that. We'll just let that play. You can see your guy, Ethan Carter III.
Okay.
Isn't that Dutch right here? Right? Looks like Dutch, right?
Yeah, it looks like Dutch. I was like,
right.
I forgot they were still on.
I don't know where to find all the promotions, but I think this is them right here. Women's Wrestling Army, Warrior Wrestling. This is the one that has that ridiculously large belt.
Yes, the belt the size of a person. Yeah.
New South has a ridiculously large belt too.
I know. I think it's New South that has a huge belt. New
Warrior has the big Spartan that Spartan logo on there.
Okay, yeah, but New South is the one that the belt literally
belt's like this big.
Of a Cadillac. Yeah,
yeah. It goes from my forehead to my chest.
Yes,
and that's the belt. It's got AAA. AAA's on here. I mean, and if you want to watch pay-per-views, you got to pay for that. So.
Speaking of another name we forgot, Fight TV.
Well, New Japan. Paid. That's paid.
That's paid, but but for $5 a month, you added New Japan Strong to it now.
Oh, okay.
And all the upcoming shows, all going to be streaming right there. The pay-per-view, whatever, they'll be streaming there too.
So let me show you what we see so far for remix.tv. This is the site. And for the sake of research, Vern, let me take that off the screen. For the sake of research, Vern, let me take it off the screen.
You're gonna join?
I'm joining.
Okay. Live reaction.
I'm gonna use our
okay. Yeah,
I'm gonna use our email because I don't want spam stuff.
Do it. So let's take a look at the website. And let's see. Is it worth looking into, or is this something we'll
It says we'll notify you when we launch. They say they launch on the 19th.
They haven't. I thought you could take a look. Okay.
Not right now. Did you see your boy in the corner? All right, I'm gonna bring it back. Fatu. I don't know who that. That looks like Roxanne Perez.
I thought that was Notorious Mimi.
It could be. I'm not sure. And then your boy, Mr. Johnny Moxley.
Mox Bros.
Moxley. Yeah, he's gonna teach you how to blade, brother.
A guy who talks and just lets you know he's a tough guy.
So that comes out the 19th, which is perfect because literally June 21st is our next show.
Okay.
And they're doing Defy on the 22nd. So I'm going to go out of my way. I'm going to make sure I have a reminder too.
Well, I've heard good things about this show. So I will say that. I heard a lot of positive things about the Defy show. So no, every Defy show, like a PCW Ultra, are these shows that you get told, every show has been blah, blah, blah. So I don't know. But this last show in particular, I heard a lot of good things about it. Because the main event has
been a banger.
The main event was Nick Wayne versus Kenta. Excuse me.
This one coming up, yeah.
And
let's see, 622.
The results were a big deal of the show.
Okay, so that I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll spoil it for you.
I'll do this. I'll say this. The one reason why I like stuff like this is because all this means is that more of this is going to happen. Mm-hmm. So you sent me something in the group chat that I just saw right now.
Oh yeah, just something that I was like, you know what? That's something worth talking about. Just if we get a chance on a random tangent.
Okay, yeah. If we get there, I mean, we're gonna talk about AEW anyway, so we'll get there. All right, I just saw it now in the private chat, but I only like this because all this means is more is coming, more of these free subscriptions, and in order to get some content that people are gonna want to watch even for free, they're going to have to branch out. They're going to have to reach out to all these other promotions. So a promotion like what Shay and I are running with Davey, where we're running NRG every month, might get a chance to even be on free wrestling television. And you know what? Sure. That might give people, if you go, hey, this will be live on television, live on a fast platform or whatever it's called. I'm just checking to see if my dog's getting up. Live on a fast platform, then you might get somebody to be like, oh, well, I want to see myself.
Check it out, yeah.
They're going to show up, and you know what I mean? So that's the only thing I'm thinking of. That's the only positive. I'm with you on everything else you said. The game's going to get oversaturated, but so does everything, Burn. Look at the bread aisle. Everybody got different type of bread, right? It happens. Everything gets oversaturated in this day and age. So you got the subscription services like Fight and IWTV and Peacock and whatever else out there right now, but then you've got, Honor Club and Impact Plus, right? That's another one. I'm just trying to think of the other ones off the top of my head.
Yeah, CZW has one.
Do they?
Yes.
Just for their library. People think, okay, their library, they'll let it show. I remember a local promotion out here.
Highspots.tv is one. I used to have a High Spots account
here. I don't think they have it anymore. It was on Pivot Share. XWA, Extreme Wrestling Alliance. They did it on Pivot Share. It's $5.99 a month. It's still around. I'll show it to you. I'll give them a free plug, I guess. Because,
well, Pivot Share is just the platform it's on, though.
Right, correct. Right. But I mean, if
what is it, like XWA TV or something?
XWA Network.PivotShare. And this guy used to bring in a lot of names. I mean, you see Resolution. I think it was Ricochet versus Rey Mysterio. Nash was there.
Wow.
This was 2017.
Wow.
Paul London, John Morrison. So, AJ. I think that's the one. Is that the one I worked? There was one of them I was actually a part of. I think it was this one. Resolution 15. I did the Battle Royal in the beginning. I believe so. So, yeah, I remember being there for one of those shows. They asked us to do they asked a bunch of the local guys to be a part of the Rumble. It was fun. Hundreds of people there for that show because AJ was there, Maria Kanellis, and Mike Kanellis. Wait. Mike Bennett. Sorry.
That sounds like
called him by a slave name.
Listen
Sorry.
you.
Mike Bennett. I said it and I was like, no, that's wrong. That's wrong to say that way. I know it is. But yeah, there was a lot of people there. Mick Foley was there. That's the story I told you about Mick Foley.
Yes.
Watching him get out the chair, and it took him a while. I walked him to catering, and it was like, bro, watching Mick and watching Mick just continue to grow and be like, there's no way he's 6'3". That's not 6'3". I'm 6'3". He's like 6'7". Dude was huge. He was absolutely huge. They said 6'3" to make the other guys look even bigger. I feel like that's what they said for real. But anyway, no, again about this, it's just another means to just get more wrestling. That's how I look at it. And I'm okay with it. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if the stream sucks. Because remember, I don't know if you remember the first WWE Network premiere. It was NXT Our Rival. And I tried to turn it on.
Yeah.
And it kept freezing.
Yes.
Oh
my gosh.
I
forgot.
Breeze
Yep.
and Neville. And I was like, man, I want to watch this. And it kept freezing and freezing and freezing.
Yeah. I forgot about the hiccups when I first got it. Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, granted,
the limited library. Remember how limited the library was? They barely had any of the content they used to have on the network. Yeah. I forgot about that.
That was 2014. Here we are. It's 2023. People, I think, have figured out streaming now. Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. So I think we talked enough about it. We're about an hour in.
Oh man, yeah. Let's get to some wrestling. Let's get to some
wrestling stuff. So let's throw this now. Let's throw this out there now. You wanted to talk about the seamstress.
Yes. Oh, I just wanted to give her flowers,
okay. Yeah, let's talk about it.
Deserved it.
Let's talk about it now. Let's get it out the way. I actually want to talk about this.
Listen, shout out to her. She is.
I hit the wrong button. Am I here?
You with me?
My water. I keep dropping waters. Remember last time I dropped the water. This time it's a water bottle. I didn't do the cup this time around. Go ahead.
Yeah, but so it's being reported that seamstress Sandra Gray. Do you want to pull up the article for us?
I've got it here. Yep.
Yeah, but Sandra Gray, who a lot of us have seen her in documentaries and stuff, but she's a seamstress who's she has a couple of famous designs under her belt. But most famous, I think people know her for Cody.
Yeah, I mean she made the Homelander gear, didn't she?
Yeah.
I think she has an Instagram, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yep, SGO Vintage. Yep, I'm gonna pop it up, and she's made a ton of gear.
A who's who of gear.
Yes. If you want good gear made, you went to her, and she's in
a lot of the documentaries. You see in all the documentaries and stuff. She'd always be the seamstress that people will be talking to. That she'd be finishing their gear and be like, "All right, give me a few, and I'll have it done."
Right. All right, so I'm gonna read the article. This is done again. Colin Tessier, he was working hard today on Fightful.com. Shout out to Fightful. I know we talk smack about some of these dirt sheets, but they're a solid source today for articles. This is from Fightful.com. Colin Tessier. It says AEW celebrates Sandra Gray's retirement ahead of 6/7 AEW Dynamite. A key member of the AEW team is retiring, and she was celebrated ahead of the June 7 episode of AEW Dynamite. Fightful Select reported on June 7th that seamstress Sandra Gray is retiring. She has been with the company since it launched in 2019, and she is wrapping up on the road. Gray is universally loved in the wrestling world, and she has worked with WCW, WWE, and WCW throughout her career. I swear that's what it says verbatim. Anyway, Fightful Sean Ross Sapp. I mean, just a proofread before you post it, right? Fightful's Sean Ross Sapp reports that prior to the June 7 episode of AEW Dynamite, Dustin Rhodes came to the stage and led the crowd in celebrating Gray. That's nice. Tony Khan, several members of the roster and staff joined her on stage and presented her with flowers. They gave her flowers, literally. Throughout her remarkable career, Gray's contributions to the wrestling world has been immeasurable. She's credited with making Naomi's glow suit a reality, creating the blood drips on Scott Hall's gear, wow, and many other iconic pieces of gear. Per Fightful Select, Gray will continue to make Cody Rhodes' gear, which she has been doing for years. Brandy Rhodes, Cody's wife, was instrumental in bringing Gray to AEW when it launched. Fightful wishes Gray well in her retirement. And no, I'm not plugging your stuff. So I'm going to go to the IG.
So it said she's going to continue to make Cody's gear?
Yes, she will continue to make
He's out.
He just
got his own personal. He's out. His own main event.
As a performer, it is very important. I want to point this out. It is very important to have a go-to gear maker. All right. Yep. For
someone
us,
who can take care of you.
For us, it was Jenny from Vegas at Z's Creation.
Yep.
She started to get saturated because people were seeing dudes like us get good gear, and they were like, "Yo, where'd you get that gear?"
I remember
and
first time I pulled that code out, and I was like, "Z's Creations."
Yep, got it from Z's Creations. To the point where everybody was going there. So I'm gonna scroll, and as you can see, I think this is her new stuff, if I'm not mistaken. Trinity. So yeah, there's a video of her showing her do it, which is cool, making her glow gear. So it's a specific type of fabric. It looks like she uses to do it. That takes the amount of talent it takes to make gear.
Oh yeah,
it's next level.
Because it's not just level. It's everyone thinks, oh, you're just sewing stuff together. Like, nah.
Right. I mean, this is it Sheeta? Yeah. I
do not recall Sheeta wearing that gear.
I've never seen her wear it either, but it looks great. It looks great.
Does.
Maybe because she's always got the robe on whenever you see her, and she's been attacking people lately.
I'm just saying that's very revealing gear for what I'm used to seeing. Sheeta.
Yeah, for the audio listener, go to the video side and
check
see what we're talking about.
This is not the Sheeta I'm used to seeing.
Correct. This looks like it's Homelander gear.
Oh yeah.
Yep, the American Nightmare, snake skin. I mean,
come on.
She does a great job.
Come on.
I wonder. So there's only a few people. There's only a few people who make
she makes Sammy's gear.
Sammy's gear. She does almost everybody's, man. I'm just clicking through this quickly.
Y'all ain't seen nothing like
main event.
Let's go. My man Cody out there looking.
Let me skip before they come for us. They never come for us on Instagram, so I'll say that.
Bro,
I mean, just the detail
gear.
alone.
She
crushes. The detail alone. It's insane.
Oh, that's the one with the wing gear. Oh, that was the final outfit with the super long, with the 20-foot long train.
Yeah, man.
That's Psycho had that
39. On. Yeah, dude. Insane. Street Profits gear she's making. My Lord.
Yo. Wow. So
she don't miss.
She's still making a gear now, even though she's working at AEW. Good for her.
How are you gonna stop her? She's an independent contractor, right?
Good for her. I honestly would assume that she was working for just them.
Where are we at here?
Whose gear is this? Just watch me shine.
I guess this is probably just little gem
Bianca?
Pieces here. No, Bianca makes her own gear.
Okay.
That's what's good for Bianca. Just trying another Sammy Guevara get up here.
Ugh.
I'm gonna scroll down just to go quicker, see if there's some other gear that we might have missed.
I hate Sammy so much.
She made the guns deal here for that mini
man. She don't miss. She don't miss.
Man, he is looking like Billy right here, by the way. Austin.
Yeah, Billy in the face all day.
He's so Billy right there. Austin Gunn, yeah. I don't know. So like I said,
was not a fan of this. The chaps under the chaps. The chaps is a look, but the joggers, it's just why wear joggers?
Yeah.
Wear something form fitting. Don't wear like daggone it. Stop always putting your hip hop spin on stuff. Like whatever, that just drives me crazy.
She's money. She did Jade Cargill's bodysuit.
Wow.
When she went to the game, my Lord.
Looking like AstroTurf.
She made Jade's other gear. I think she made all of Jade's gear. This is the money gear. Talk about revealing. Jesus.
Bro, they're showing her put each rhinestone on. Wow.
Imagine that.
That's crazy. She does that by hand.
I think she's the one. Did she do Pat McAfee's gear?
She did MJF's gear, Jamie Hayter's gear.
My Lord.
Wait a minute. Yo, wait, go under.
Right
Gimmick,
here?
she still makes clothes? Nah. Go to the left.
Yeah, she still does designs.
What? Oh,
shout out to
what was her name?
Oh my God, I'm gonna look right now. Yolanda.
Shout out to Yolanda. Yo, Yolanda was the homie. Her t-shirts were like the first non-wrestling t-shirts, but that were cool to wear.
Look who she does now. Yes, sir. The models, baby. She started doing Claudio's because she got with him in Chikara. So I'm guessing you know how it gets, bro, when it comes to gear makers. Yo, who makes your gear, brother?
Out to Yolanda. I did not know that she got the models. Oh, yeah. Big up to her.
Who makes your gear, brother? So I like that we're taking this time out to
that's cool.
to give the flowers not only to Sandra, but to the people that make us look good.
Yeah, wow,
every single night. Because if I didn't have this green screen up,
she made Punk's gear. Come on.
I've got gear in a shadow box behind me.
Yeah.
All of them created by Jenny from Z's Creations. She's made every single one of my gear. I've been 100% satisfied every time. She's made it to a T, the MJF one. She's made it to a T. She's retired herself now. She doesn't make gear anymore. But I mean, this is Thunder Roses.
Jenny doesn't make gear no more.
No, Jenny retired years ago.
I didn't know that.
I remember she posted, okay, you know my brick gear, the first orange brick gear I had.
Yeah.
She posted it and she posted it like, when your client wants so much detail that you need to have your children help you place each part of the gear, and her kids were helping her put each brick onto the spandex. So I was like, this is awesome. So again, shout out to Sandra. She made the shorts here for him.
Come on,
the retro joints,
the throwbacks.
Hobbs, your boy Hobbs.
Wait, next. Wasted gear.
Scorpio Sky's gear.
Next. Wasted gear.
Don't do that.
Scorpio Sky?
Injury prone. He's injury prone. That's all.
Wasted gear.
Look at the detail on it, though, dude.
Oh,
you don't see that on TV.
What a shame. What great gear to waste on that guy.
Jade with the money.
Oh, with the Riddler gear. This gear was
dude. She did these guns one.
Man.
Dude.
See, I thought the guns were their best looking there when they were cosplaying Shawn Michaels.
Yeah. She did Brandy's.
Oh, Lordy. What a wasted gear.
This one here. I bet this was the same print that was on the guns belt. Because it was a money print. Jungle Boys. Tay Conti. Tay Guevara now.
Oh,
wow. She did the Funkadactyls gear from back then. Funk is on the road. Funk is on the road. Somebody call.
Yeah, by the way, Vince was wrong for that, by the way. Clearly, Tyrus was meant to be your number one guy on top all the time.
Absolutely. She did Britt Baker's gear. All right. So I don't want to keep scrolling.
Basically,
there's
Yolanda right there. Shout out to Yolanda right there.
Yep, there goes Yolanda right here. Ain't this no, that's Leo Rush, no?
Oh, is that who you were gonna ask who that was?
I thought it was because remember when we saw her we saw her at a show and she was with someone else, like a friend of hers. I thought that was that guy there.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember. I can't remember.
That's awesome, though. Sandra, though, yo. Get your flowers, girl. You killed it. I can't believe all that gear is designed by her. Talk about losing. Like it's like hearing Reggie Parks is leaving the game, right? Like, wow.
Right. Because who's gonna be that guy for them now, right?
Who's that next? Makazi? Is it Makazi?
Because he's the guy I think Makazi's still in the E, isn't he?
He's in the E, but he makes all the gear for all the TV guys. Makazi's that you're constantly seeing him always getting the love.
Yeah. So hey, I mean,
we'll see.
You never know. Because Makazi makes good gear. He's always made good gear. So we shall see.
We're on the
AEW chain. No, that was awesome. Though.
Yeah,
I'm glad you brought that up because
I just felt she needs the love.
He said Sandra Gray. I'm like, who's Sandra Gray? As soon as I saw her face, I was like, oh, okay. It immediately popped into my brain what that was about. Okay. So it's a big month for AEW, Vern. June is a big month for AEW. Whether you like it or not, my friend, June is a big month for them. Just to break down what we're going to talk about. We'll talk about each part. We've got the debut of Collision on the 17th of this month. All right. We have Forbidden Door, the Forbidden Door pay-per-view on the 25th.
Forbidden Door
2, because it's like a movie. Forbidden Door 2. Maybe they're numbering it like Manias. Oh, snaps. On the 25th. And then AEW Fight Forever releases on the 29th of this month. It is a huge month for AEW. I think we should start from the beginning. Well, yeah, but All In is in August. We're gonna talk about All In a bit because you've got a point that you've got to put a hammer through. You got to hammer the nail through about where's it going to be on. We'll come back to that. So let's start with Collision. Let me get back to the brand here. AEW Collision, again, June 17th at the United Center, Chicago, Illinois. I think the tickets are already on sale. This was when we were last on. The main event, Vern, has been announced. You saw it. You saw it late in the show.
Yeah,
today.
I did. I understand.
I saw it when it was announced. I saw Tony's announcement, and of course,
how was the crowd?
It was a typical Tony announcement. They popped for it. He announced it awkwardly because he announced Bullet Club Gold first, then said Samoa Joe. Kind of stumbled through his words, which, that's just Tony being Tony. Tony's a one-take guy, by the way, I think. Tony just goes, he makes the announcement. He's like, yeah, that's good. I'm okay. I'm okay with that one. I don't think he goes, let me do it again. I don't think that happens at all. I think he one-takes it, and because there's no way a person who is a perfectionist in that would be like, I'm not gonna do it again. That was good. There's no way. So he announced them three, and then he announced the team of FTR, and then he waited and CM Punk, and the people went for CM Punk.
Okay, good.
So here it is. Trios match for the main event of AEW Collision. Ring of Honor World TV Champion Samoa Joe, Jay White, and the guy who's growing on me ever so slowly, Juice Robinson, who will be taking on FTR, the AEW Tag Team Champions, and CM Punk. Your thoughts on this match, Vern? What are you thinking?
I hate no-build main events. I hate... AEW has caused me to hate the dream match. AEW has caused me to hate the Yo, Frank, what do you think if we got to see FTR and CM Punk against Bullet Club Gold, Samoa Joe? Yo, I bet you they would beat the snot. I'd pay to see that match. They've ruined it because that's all they do. Every match in AEW now has just turned into, what if we let these two guys wrestle?
Yeah. And
we're
going to talk more about that when we talk about Forbidden Door as well.
Correct.
It's
starting to define the booking is just, what would be the coolest match you could come up with?
Right. And it's like, I feel like this was to pop a rating, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. Let's get CM Punk on there. Let's get CM Punk in a wrestling match immediately.
With FTR, who we all know they're friends. We all know that they're wrestlers, right?
Here's my question, though. Last week, you announced CM Punk was going to be on the show, right?
Correct.
Why couldn't you have built this main event that night in Chicago? First thing, just hear me out, because this is what's going to happen. Collision's going to start. He's going to come out. He's going to cut a promo, right? He's going to cut a promo for God knows how long. Why didn't you make this match a thing right then, right there? Why couldn't you have done it that way? Set up your show. You have CM Punk, who you've already announced was going to be there. He starts off the show. You let him do 5-10 minute segment. Even if you want to start with a wrestling match first, then go to this promo. Because that's the AEW style. They want to start with wrestling. They don't want to start with promos like the WWE does. And then just go and set up the main event in the ring instead of having Tony announce it. Because this reminds me of what we've been listening to TNA, where they were just making matches in the background and backstage, as opposed to letting things happen organically and settle in the ring like we want it to happen as a wrestling fan. We want the stuff to happen in front of us, not on video where we're watching a screen for God knows how long of a time frame. You could have set this up real easily. Just if you give me 5 minutes, I could probably sit there and be like, okay, I've got something to make something like this happen. You start with Punk, you go to Joe, something happens where Bullet Club Gold comes out, FTR for the save, Punk back on the mic, you guys, us guys, tonight, main event, boom, there's your match. Simple stuff I just thought of.
Yeah, but I guess what drives me nuts in this situation is, that's the obviously that's the Insta feud, which is fine, whatever. Sure. You got to have some reason, but why would Bullet Club team with Samoa? Why would Bullet Club team with anybody?
There's no
just
idea.
Specifically Bullet Club. Wasn't the point of the gimmick? It would be like the NWO was being booked in a match with the NWO and Vader versus the
Heart Foundation.
The Heart. It's just like, wait, why? Why would you book? Didn't when Bullet Club first appeared, they said we're gonna take this company over.
Dude,
that was the
everybody takes this company
I
over,
know,
right?
but that was the
I'm taking this company over.
It was the opening promo. Was them taking over. So what? Why would they be booked to partner with a third person that's not in the stable?
Now, and check this out. The dude hasn't been on AEW television in a minute because they've been using him for the streaming
on ROH
on
TV.
Ring of Honor.
So,
dude,
I just think that this match is, like I said, it falls under dream match territory. So I don't care. I wanted to see was CM Punk.
What's the dream about this? Oh, that's right. You stood with Punk the whole time. What's so dreamy about this match? It's because CM Punk and FTR needed an opponent. CM Punk, you're going to do this next? CM Punk and FTR needed opponents. Why these guys, though? You know what would really pop the rating?
Because they can work.
Elite.
That's because they can work. But that's it,
they're gonna bump around for these guys.
Can we be honest? We're gonna see Punk. We're gonna see Punk in a triple threat match. What wrestling fan wrestling fan in a trios match, excuse me, wants to see him in his trios match that doesn't include the elite?
I don't know, dude.
The fact that he doesn't have the elite, so we're never gonna address the fight. We're never gonna address what happened. We're all just gonna pretend that never. Whatever.
It's
whatever.
Again, I'm using your again.
Yeah.
Drives
me crazy.
I want AEW. I always say this because we sit here and we critique the hell out of AEW. I want AEW to succeed. Getting rid of Dark and Dark Elevation, although it gets rid of the spots that my indie fellows got to work on television against the established guys. Yeah. I did air quotes. I'm glad they got rid of the show because now you have a show that you have to actually pay attention to. Hopefully this doesn't turn into a, what did I call it? Shotgun Saturday Night when they started doing it as the pre-shows.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's a 2-hour block. TNT on a Saturday night. There's no way they would give him that slot if they weren't expecting good content where it leads to ratings and ad revenue.
Do you think they should have started off with 1 and built to 2, or just start with 2 off the bat?
I think they've wanted to. I think you have to do 2 here because you have your 1-hour show already on Friday night
that nobody watches.
So think about it. Yeah, I turn it on and I put it on background noise when I'm like
nobody watches it.
Tomorrow it's going to be background. Well, today
the audience has been sub 400,000. At some points it hits 300,000.
It's because
nobody's watching that show
because it feels like late stage Sunday night heat. You throw some names on there, but it's not a live aspect because you already know it's already pre-taped, and the diehard fans that you cater to already know the results, so they'll just go, I'll DVR and watch it later. They're not going to sit and tune in and watch it on a Friday night. They're watching SmackDown if they're still WWE fans.
So you're also expecting then that same fan base to stay home on Saturday night?
Saturday night, that's the thing. That's a weird day. Now, granted, as a kid, Vern, WCW Saturday night, 6:05 p.m. was my show, bro.
As a kid, I get you. As a kid, it was my show too.
It was my show. As a kid, I am now a 38-year-old man with a child.
I would say we also went to elementary school when those things were going on. We had no responsibilities and life. Summer scene the last 10 years every summer.
Right.
It's not the case anymore.
So, I mean, hey, it's dropping in the summer now that you say that.
Yeah.
So, who knows? I hope it works. They have no choice but to make it work. It's a TV show on TNT. They don't play. Warner Brothers, they're not going to play games. WB Discovery. So, I don't know about this main event. Clearly, this main event is just to pop a rating, try and get as many people there. I think you popped your rating when you announced CM Punk.
Right.
You could have. I know you hate the Insta feud, but it's just a quick way to get it done in the ring as opposed to having an announcement.
I get that. So when you said that made sense to me, right? Like, let's do it in front of the fans. So much of wrestling now is always done in locker room segments. So
right.
I 100%
in front of the people, man.
In light of that, I agree with you on that.
I got one more question because I know I wanted to ask you this, but I wanted to save it. Do you think there is going to be a different feel than Dynamite or Rampage?
No.
What's going to be the big difference? I think I know the answer.
The
What's
graphics.
Gonna be
the graphics.
Okay.
Color.
I was gonna say the roster, the people wrestling on that night.
Maybe.
You're gonna see some guys that are on Dynamite, but I mean, you saw that promo package.
Who's gonna be the announcement team? The announcers.
I'm gonna go with Tony Schiavone because it's TNT. I'm gonna hate it because it's Tony Schiavone, and I'm gonna say Taz, Tony Schiavone and Taz.
Oh boy!
Unless they do Excalibur and Taz like they were doing for for Darks.
That's what I was thinking.
The greatest podcast ever. That's it. That happened to have wrestling on it.
Yeah,
that's what people say.
The greatest podcast you just happen to be watching. Watch two guys watching wrestling while it goes on.
Yeah, because I've seen clips of those dudes. They are forget it. They don't even care what's happening in the ring. They're just flying off the cuff because they have no filter. All right, let's move on. That's the first big news for AEW this month. Then next, I didn't get a picture for this. Let me see if I can get it. Forbidden Door 2, Vern.
Oh boy.
Forbidden Door 2.
Oh boy.
On June 25th. It's on a Sunday. Can I get a picture before so it's not web page? Okay, perfect. I'll have that up in a second, sir. Bear with me. June 25th, we have Forbidden Door. There are some matches that have been announced.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one match that I'm speculating that it only makes sense that it would be here. Here we go, buddy. At Toronto, Ontario, at the Scotiabank Arena. I think we have, is that the beginning of the Owen Hart tournament, right?
Yes. The Owen Hart tournament kicks off then. That's where you're going to get Gangster and wear your hat.
We're going to talk about that in a bit. Oh my God.
What's wrong with
that? Stop, please.
It feels like an appropriate thing to say.
Yeah, sure. AEW New Japan will present Forbidden Door 2 again. They've announced 2 matches. One being Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay for the U.S. title, which is just a rematch from Wrestle Kingdom about 5 months later, right? Excuse me, hiccups hit me hard. And then we have No Bill Dream match, Bryan Danielson and Okada. So we're calling it a No Bill Dream match. Do you think they will do? I'm talking Danielson and Okada first. Do you think they'll try to right before? Because I think they're in Canada that whole time from when they debut Collision. They debut Collision in Chicago. I think Dynamite the next week is in Toronto, right? And then Collision's going to be taped in Canada for a while. Yep. After Forbidden Door. Am I correct? If I remember seeing that correctly?
I think so.
Okay, so do you think they're going to bring Okada in to Canada the week before to try and have some kind of build before the Forbidden Door pay-per-view with Danielson? Because now he's been on commentary for the past couple weeks.
Oh, man. I got to find it, but I read this take on this Danielson, a critique of this. That I think would answer your question. So give me a second to see if I find it. But go ahead. Yes, sir. Yeah.
While you do that, I'll continue on.
Yeah.
Saw the promo tonight with Omega and Ospreay for the United States title. It was a video package, and Omega was Ospreay, I think, was talking about how he's going to gain it back. That's one match I am intrigued to see. I want to see how it is in front of the North American people.
Okay, I got something for you about Ospreay. Just a couple of comments that Professor sent me, as he always does, to get me going.
Sure.
Here is a comment that a user named RJ said. I don't see a difference with having someone like Ospreay to come in to WWE for a match, like a celebrity coming into a match at Mania, like Bad Bunny, Pat, and Logan Paul. Why can't that be the real Forbidden Door? Let's see.
I'm not gonna because if I start talking,
okay, wait.
If I address that, I'm gonna curse. All right, hold on. Be a bunch of bleeps.
Here's another one. Matt Hardy with another great take based on.
I think I've seen this one, but go ahead.
Both great wrestlers, but that the Undertaker and Orange Cassidy are both great wrestlers, but play outlandish, over the top gimmicks. There are crazy similarities there. You'd be a fool not to see it.
I must be a fool, Matthew. I must be a fool, and I must be on whatever your brother Jeffrey Nero was on, because you're an idiot to think that the Undertaker and Orange Cassidy are similar in characters, that they're over the top and silly. You're an idiot. You're an absolute idiot.
Oh man.
Are you trying to trigger me some more? We're an hour and
no.
30 in, and you're triggering me.
No. Wrestlers that have been better in AEW than WWE. Ready? Here's a list: Claudio, FTR, Moxley, Danielson, Swerve, Athena, Sean Spears, Tony.
Oh yeah, Athena. Yeah, sure.
Tony.
I see her on
Sean
TV.
Spears, Tony Storm.
Yeah, Sean Spears. Oh yeah. Yep.
Tony Storm.
Mm-hmm.
Samoa Joe, Stokely Hathaway.
Just say everybody who's jumped ship.
Renee Moxley Good, Ruby Soho. Sting.
She's the same person, Renee. Vern. Stop. Okay.
Wait, last one. And Brody Lee.
Brody Lee. When was he in the? Oh, Brody Lee, not Brody King.
Yeah.
Brody Lee.
And last one, I'll leave you with this one. I won't give this person's name because it's his real name, but he says WWE is hurting because they are losing billions to AEW and have to try anything they can to make AEW look bad. It is hilarious how hard WWE is trying to make AEW look bad, yet AEW has to do literally, all caps, nothing to make WWE look bad. People want to see real wrestling, not lights, shiny objects, fantasy matches, and roid monkeys or 1,000-day chumps.
I cannot. That's a real take from a.
I didn't say his name, but yes.
That is from a human being who thinks that AEW is making billions of dollars. Does he really think they're getting billions of dollars in revenue?
That is the mind of the
people that were sitting behind my brother at Battleground. That's what that is. We'll get to that in about an hour. We will get to that. Oh
yes,
my freaking God.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
yes,
you're trying to trigger me. I forgot what I asked you about Danielson and Okada now.
But how do I feel about being a no-build match? This is how I feel about it. I don't care. There was I can't find it, but there was a take that Professor sent me this morning where like guys were going back and forth, and the one guy who mic dropped was like, "Hey, these two guys have the stats that you don't need some kind of hokey storyline to get them to fight each other. The simple fact that they have the careers, the pedigrees in real sports, that's all you need. You don't need a reason to have two great teams play each other. The fact that they're two great teams is enough."
This is how I know people are stupid. This is how I know people are dumb. Okay, Vern? Because if you watch football, right? Watch an NFL game. Okay. What is going on? What time does NFL games come on? The first NFL game on a Sunday. What time does it come on? Do you know?
No, I'm usually working, so I don't have no
1
idea.
p.m.
Okay.
From 9 a.m. till 12:59 p.m. Certain channels are telling you stories about the sport you're watching. You idiot. Okay? Stories matter. The difference between the stories we tell in wrestling and the stories that are told in legitimate sports is the legitimate sports stories happen organically. It just happens. Sports tell their own stories, and it just happens. That is the difference. There's no way you can tell me that Danielson and Okada don't need a story because of their track record. You're an idiot. If anything, you make a story about their track record, Vern. I'm going to wake up my daughter. I'm trying not to scream. It's 12:16. I'm going to get a text message from the wife. She's going to tell me to shut the hell up. You're being too loud. But it's your fault, Vern. I get a text. It's your fault.
Man, I'm looking for the screenshot. Where did he send it to me?
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
But I'm believing that was the gist of the take, was just that you don't need
stories.
You don't need one because this match is on its surface. This match is that good. On paper, this match is that good.
I understand the fact that you have Bryan Danielson and Kazuchika Okada in a singles match anywhere that'll sell tickets. Sure. Anywhere that'll sell tickets. But now tell me this, Vern. If the WWE had a hold of that match and they put a story behind it, right? The right story behind it, that could be a main event for a pay-per-view with high stakes, without a doubt. Because St. Tony feels like the match, huh?
Can I read it to you? I found it.
Oh,
I found it.
I don't even want to finish my take.
Okay, no, please,
My
no.
brain.
No. You have to finish your take, but I want you to finish it after I've read it to you because this way I can quote the people correctly.
You're pissing me off, man.
So the comment was, Danielson is wrestling Okada, and people still tell you he's being wasted in AEW. The response was, imagine there being an actual reason for wanting to wrestle each other, other than, quote, he's a good wrestler. I'm a good wrestler. We same, end quote. The response back that got the most
upvotes.
So 6
in the basement.
Six upvotes
for the other guy.
When this was posted,
ratioed.
Ratioed because the other guy was at 82 when this was posted back up. Low. Most of the time, there isn't any story in real life sports either. Numbers and accomplishments is what matters. Danielson and Okada got plenty of that. And on the other hand, it is already a story written by itself. Two of the best. But who is better? Question. No more angles needed. Period.
No more angles needed. That is literally the freaking angle. You dummy.
Go. Tell me more.
Oh my God. I'm going to curse. Vern. I'm trying to hold it back because I don't feel like putting a bunch of ducks in a row, bro. You got to be a freaking idiot to not understand that is the actual story. I've been this guy who's been ripping and running for this amount of time in this country. You're the guy. It's literally the pay-per-view. We never touch until now, because now the door is open where we can touch and clash. And we're not going to make a story because of what they've done in the past. Make that the freaking story. It is that simple.
Yeah, the guy said
that is the story.
But that isn't that what the guy said? The guy said that's
not
the story.
What he's saying. He's saying you don't need the story because of what they've done. Don't do that, Vern, because I will reach through that screen and pull your freaking glasses off right now. Okay? That's not what he's saying. What he's saying is it doesn't need a story because, well, actually,
they're good wrestlers.
Because they're just good wrestlers. Me good, he good. We wrestle. And end of story. Why? Professional wrestling is conflict. It's drama, and it turns into conflict, and we want to see a winner and a loser. Am I right? Isn't that professional wrestling?
I think so, but
last time I checked, that's storytelling, right? You have a reason to not like each other. You settle it inside those ropes. End all be all. It is what it is, whether you like each other or you don't like each other at the end of the day. But you settle it like men. That's the whole point of professional wrestling.
I sent you the official. This was an official post by AEW.
I'm getting rid of this phone today. I will throw this phone across the room.
I just want you to see the picture. Just look at the picture that AEW put out and people lost their collective minds.
Jesus Christ!
Off this official AEW New Japan picture.
I swear to God, I'm gonna throw my phone. What is this? Dragon Ball Z? Is this Dragon Ball Z?
Yes, give me more.
What is this nonsense? Yes. Are they fighting on Namek? Yes. Is Frieza going to show up? Oh, it's the Cell games. That's Forbidden Door. Forbidden Door is the freaking Cell games. And we're going to see Cell show up, and he's going to work Kenny Omega. Matter of fact, he'll work John Moxley, and Moxley's going to bleed all over the place. Is that what's going to happen? I'm done. Done. I was trying to put AEW over, and then the fans mess it up for me. Screw you, Vern. All right? Because this is your fault. All right?
Yes. MJF. This is the Frank that I always get. Yes. This is the Frank that tries to hide himself. Yes.
I try to keep it in. It stays here, right by Jay and Mark. All right. It stays right by Jay and Mark. And then you build me. You build me and you find me this nonsense. And you wind me up, Vern. You wind me up.
So can I ask you the question? How do you feel about Omega Ospreay? How do you feel about Omega Ospreay in the U.S. title? Okada Danielson. How do you feel about Okada Danielson?
I don't care anymore.
Dream match? No, doesn't do it for you.
MJF and Adam Cole had a promo tonight, and I'm assuming that match will be at Forbidden Door, right? You got to have your AEW World Heavyweight Champion there, right? What do you think?
I think they're not going. I thought they were going to not Forbidden Door. What's the next pay-per-view?
All In, no? There's no pay-per-view next after that. After Forbidden Door, it's all in August.
Okay, then I guess it is Forbidden Door. Okay, so Forbidden Door. Then yeah,
I would assume. I'm assuming here.
Actually,
you know
no.
assuming
It's been announced for next week. The match has been announced for next week.
No, sir.
Yeah. That's been announced for next week. What am I saying? What am I acting crazy?
No,
world title.
sir.
It's a world title eliminator match. You know, you got to fight the champ, and if you beat the champ,
you said eliminator match.
Yes.
That doesn't. So he's.
Wait, I'll drop it in the chat. Oh, it's my favorite episode today. We can do this a 4-hour episode if you want. This is my favorite episode I've ever had.
Christ.
This
so they're gonna have an eliminator match, which is pretty much a non-title match. So if MJF loses, then I can't. Oh my god!
Have we seen this before? Where you start off with an eliminator match, and then MJF's gonna cheat, and then it's gonna mean you're gonna come back. I feel like this story is Is MJF our new Eric Bischoff? Does he only know one story to book himself? Like, is there only one story he has for himself?
Where he has to avoid till he can't avoid no more. That's MJF, buddy. He's gonna avoid.
I texted Professor and said, I can't wait to hear what's MJF's new origin story. When I was a kid, when I was a teenager.
Let me tell you a story about Adam Cole.
Story about me, about Maxwell Jacob Friedman and what he had to go through.
Can I tell you something? An hour and 40 minutes ago, I thought this was going to be me singing the praises of AEW. And you just brought that tower crumbling down, bro. I was like, all right, it's a big month for AEW. Let's give him some love.
Can I tell
you? And then you just came with the sledgehammer and just tore the whole building down.
Nope, not yet. Not yet. You haven't heard the star ratings yet. Not yet. Not yet. I promise you. Your anger has not boiled until we've talked about the star ratings for the weekend.
I'm gonna get a heart attack. My chest is tightening up right here. I'm gonna have a freaking heart attack. I'm gonna have an aneurysm, a heart attack.
This is my favorite episode you've ever done.
I don't know what's happening, bro. All right, AEW Fight Forever, brother.
It's finally coming out.
It's coming. I'm gonna pop a promo on the screen.
Please.
We're just gonna talk, so I don't have to put this on the audio version.
All right, so
if you want to see watching, it's the trailer. There's a new gameplay trailer that came out.
Oh, I haven't seen this
actually,
yet.
That's 6 months ago. It's not a new gameplay trailer.
Not the new gameplay trailer.
Okay.
It's not the one going around showing the skateboard scenes?
Let me no, hold on. Maybe I should monitor this. Yeah, no, this is the one when they started showing it at the showcases.
Oh, okay.
So let me go back, shall we? So I could find a new trailer. Oh my lord.
This makes for good radio.
Yes.
So
official gameplay trailer. This is from November. That's in May of last year. Trailer of gameplay. Wow.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna find a new trailer, bro. I think you're gonna only find gameplay footage now.
Okay.
Because all I've been seeing is gameplay footage of everything looks like Twitch videos of people just doing.
Yeah, I saw one where a dude was playing he was doing a Twitch video, not a Twitch video, but I think he live streamed it, and who was it? I feel like it was somebody important.
Was it Darby Allin versus Chris Statlander? That's the only one I've seen.
I don't remember.
Okay.
It must have not struck with me that way. All right. Well, I was going to show a video, but I'm not now. So, yeah, here we are. Okay, let's keep it moving.
Do you plan on getting the game?
No. The only way I get that game is if I get a free code. If you go Frank, bought it, they had a friend's pass. Here you go. It's the only way. $60 is what they're asking for.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's what I'll do. Since I don't have video.
There's 3 tiers. Isn't there 3 tiers of game?
Yeah, there's probably some Legends edition or some nonsense.
There's like 3 tiers of games.
Yeah, there's an Elite edition.
Yeah.
There's an Elite edition. It's $79.99. But on PlayStation, but on Xbox, it's $71.99. And on Nintendo, it's $71.99. Oh, on sale, save $8, ends in 21 days.
Oh, okay.
It's a pre-order price.
Gotcha.
They want, oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. Just the game. How about just the game? Optimized, not available separately. Wow. Okay, so I wanted to put on the screen features. They have to have their own website, right?
Here, hold on.
HQ Nordic. Here we go.
The final preview. I got one right here.
You got to send me the link then, bro.
Yep, I was just about to do.
Oh, I think it's here. Pre-order trailer. Yeah, it's got Matt Hardy.
Okay, did you do the one for IGN? I think has one.
Sure, no, I haven't yet. I'm gonna read the features while you do that. Arcade feeling, 10 plus game modes. I'm losing my voice. You hear that? All that screaming you made me do. 10 different gameplay modes. Match types include singles, tag team, 3-way, 4-way, ladder, casino battle royale, false count anywhere, unsanctioned lights out, exploding barbed wire death, plus online modes. Customization. You have a wide range of customization options, including wrestling attire and appearances, movesets, entrances, teams, and arenas. There's online co-op. That's it. Maybe if I go to like Best Buy for the standard edition, they'll show me. Oh, you get Matt Hardy DLC if you get the Elite Edition, plus the season pass for all the other ones, all the other DLC. Nobody's mentioning the mini games, brother.
Man,
but you can get the hard copy version for $60. The digital version is it's probably still 60. Okay, let's say I wanted it on Xbox Series X. Okay. Right, MJF is on the cover, Jericho, Jade, Sting, Kenny, Britt, right? Overview. Oof. Features. Combines nostalgic arcade feeling. Talent roster. Combines biggest legends to enter the ring. Plus. Brand new high-flying AEW stars. That's on Best Buy. Wide range of customization with deep career mode. More than 40 weapons. Okay, I'm gonna go on Steam, Vern, and see if they give me more features. Do you see what I'm doing here? What I'm doing here? Did you get the video?
No.
You sent me the YouTube video, right?
No. I'm actually looking for.
Oof, this is 4 minutes.
Yeah, no. It's not. Don't use that one because I thought it was gonna be give you the trailer, but it's not. It's just like them discussing the game as the game's going.
Well, then this is fine. We'll let the game play. This
Wrestle Kingdom 3 was announced.
Perfect.
Was announced for PlayStation 5 months ago. I did not know that.
Wrestle Kingdom 3. Yeah, sure. We'll just let this run, Vern, while we're going here. No audio.
It's muted. No audio. So it just shows gameplay
let this
footage.
Run.
So can I tell you?
Jade and MJF. Why is Jade Cargill bigger than Jade?
Right. Oh. So YouTube, right? You kind of get a feel going through the comments.
Yeah.
Brother, all the comments.
Loving it. Thumbs up. Best game. Can't wait to see it.
Let me give you a couple of the highest rated comments. Let's see. Sort by.
Wait. Did you see that?
What?
Wait for it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the game's rough. The game's going to have tons of,
is she on top of this here, which is like the pommel horses that we used to use?
Oh, no, that's a wet floor sign.
Oh, so that's a glitch. She's through a ladder.
She's standing on a chair, maybe. I don't know.
No, Vern, don't do that. She's glitched through the ladder. Because look.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, okay.
All right.
Let's see.
Okay.
Able to use actual superstars instead of just CA dubs for career mode is something I've wanted for a long time. 269 people agreed. Finally, it does look like fun. As much as I enjoyed most of the WWE 2K games, quotes, it's back to see a, quotes, back to basics wrestling video game a la SmackDown, Shut Your Mouth, or WWF No Mercy.
Oh, man.
I've been excited for a new wrestling game that isn't just a graphic simulator every year. Hopefully the bugs aren't too outrageous. Definitely day one buy.
Oh my God.
I'm getting the old Nintendo vibe
begging
game.
Off here. MJF's begging off.
No Mercies, your Day of Reckoning, man. Never thought we'd see a rebirth of that era of wrestling game on this scale.
Did MJF just chop her in the vagina? Look at this. You're reading? I'm actually watching this game.
I'm reading. I'm reading all the comments.
This is probably the most footage I've seen of this game. So he does the back. Remember this? Remember Flair used to do that?
Yeah, beg off.
And he'd go low. Bing. Remember the whole bell ding and all that?
Yes.
Look, he chops her in the vagina. Chop to the armpit. Look how she sells it.
That was terrible.
Look at her face.
Yep.
It was a chop to the vagina.
She sold a chop to the chest, but somehow hit her in the ding ding.
No, sir. Oh boy.
So that's just a thing he does? Oh
Pockets.
My God.
He does the pockets. Yep,
he puts his hands in his pockets.
Again, if you're on the audio version, please go to the video version.
Yeah, and check this out. So this looks like, to me, it looks like just a souped up, like somebody tried to fake their way through. He does the kicks like that. Are you kidding me?
But then does a real super kick. Hey, while we're here, shout out Ultra Pro Wrestling. Just want to say that real quick.
Last comment I'll throw out there. Finishing that dude. Blah, blah. Never thought we'd see a rebirth of that era of wrestling game on this scale. The kid in me can't wait to feel that excitement all over again.
Where's my
what is the obsession? What is the obsession with wrestling fans trying to feel like a kid again? What is that?
I don't know, but here we go. I have the
gameplay footage. The career
gameplay footage is going. Yep, that's fine. I'm now on the Steam page looking for more features. Oh, it's the same exact. Oh, here we go. Oh,
what's up?
Everything I read on Best Buy plus mini games and daily and weekly challenges. Yeah. So
this is the wrestling game I've wanted since No Mercy.
Oh yeah.
Bless Kenny Omega.
I would need 25 gigabytes of available space. I have hundreds of gigs. I would not pay $59.99 to put this on my PC, sir. I will buy AEW. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm gonna put this on wax.
Okay.
I'm gonna brighten this up because now we're showing AEW footage. They're probably gonna come for that. Jesus, I just thought of that. They're probably gonna cut all that off. I will purchase AEW Fight Forever when it's $19.99. The day it becomes $19.99,
okay,
I will purchase AEW Fight Forever.
Not
you
29.
heard it first.
Not 29, but 19.
No, not when they do 50% off. I need $40 off the original price.
Okay.
$19.99, I will purchase AEW Fight Forever. Okay? That's what I'm gonna say. So yeah, we're probably gonna get gutted there for that. Well, who knows? Yeah, this is just showing the career mode at the end. Okay. So yeah, big month for AEW. Good luck to you guys. I still can't stand your fans who say things with no logic, but I guess that's what happens when you watch a wrestling show with no logic. Moving on, shall we? Can we get to wrestling now? Now we're almost 2 hours in.
Yeah, man,
so
let's
pissed.
do it.
Let's stay at AEW, Vern. Oh my God, what am I doing? What am I doing right now? Let's stay at AEW, buddy. Double or Nothing was this past weekend or 2 weekends ago? 2 weekend, not this past weekend, the weekend before.
Correct.
On May 28th at Paradise, Nevada and the T-Mobile Arena. Apparently, the official attendance, according to this Wikipedia page, was 10,550. Only 9,000 paid. I don't know where the source is. The buy rate was 130 to 135,000. That's what Wikipedia is saying. Okay. On that show, I'm going to read the results. We had 11 matches. I think when we did the preview, it was 9. We had 11, sir. The Hardys and Hook defeated Ethan Page and the Guns. And with that win, that match, wow. With that win, Ethan Page is owned by Matt Hardy, contract-wise. That match was 15 minutes long. The Hardys won by submission. Orange Cassidy won the 21-man Blackjack Battle Royale for the AEW International Championship by last eliminating Swerve Strickland. Adam Cole defeated Chris Jericho in an unsanctioned match with Sabu as a special guest enforcer for 17 minutes. FTR defended their tag team titles, the AEW World Tag Team titles, against Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal with Mark Briscoe as a special guest referee. In a ladder match for the AEW TNT Championship, Wardlow defeated Christian Cage. Wow. In a singles match for the AEW Women's World Championship, Toni Storm defeated Jamie Hayter to win the AEW Women's World Championship. In an open house rules AEW World Trios Championship match, the House of Black defeated the Acclaimed. Oh, I hear you. My dog Izzy just groaned listening to me say this. In a singles match for the AEW TBS Championship, Jade Cargill defeated Taya Valkyrie by pinfall in 8 minutes and 50 seconds. Only for Chris Statlander. Where'd that come from? I'm from Minnesota, don't you know? Only for Chris Statlander to defeat Jade Cargill within less than a minute to defeat Jade Cargill for the first time. Am I saying that right? To give Jade Cargill her first defeat ever for the TBS Championship. So Chris Statlander is now your AEW TBS Championship. I'm not done yet. There's still 2 more matches. In a 4 pillars 4-way match for the AEW World Championship, MJF defeated Sammy Guevara, Darby Allin, and Jungle Boy Jack Perry in 27 minutes and 50 seconds. And in the final match of the evening, it was an Anarchy in the Arena match. And in 27 minutes, the Blackpool Combat Club, which contains Bryan Danielson, Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, and Wheeler Yuta, defeated the Elite of Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, and Hangman Page with a little help from Yuya Uemura. That's got to be racist. Konosuke Takeshita. That's got to be racist. Vern, talk to me, bro. Talk to me about this pay-per-view.
I'll say it.
Let me get some photos up while you do
I will say it like I can sum up. I don't have to say much about this pay-per-view beyond that it was long. Every match went way too long.
Oh, I forgot to mention this.
My interest level, yeah, you forgot to mention one of the most cringiest moments of pro wrestling history will be Martha, or excuse me, not Martha.
Martha Hart. Yeah, wait. Hold on. I got you.
Yeah, well, Owen's wife.
I think it's Martha.
It is Martha.
You're right.
Okay.
It's Martha.
So Martha Hart. So nothing with what she said. I have no issue what she said. No issue what she represents.
I do.
God,
unless you're gonna say it. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. Like, I love that she's still trying to keep Owen alive. I wish it was for the Fed.
Sure, but let's talk about this right here.
Please tell.
She said, what did she say, Vern? Do I have to say it verbatim? I don't know what she said verbatim.
She said
she's got to get a little gangster up in here.
She said when we go to the Cow Palace, or I think whatever the name of the arena is going to be.
Did she go gangsta or gangster? I think she said gangsta.
Yeah, she was like, let's get a little gangster. And she called out Tony Khan, and Tony Khan came out wearing this hat that looks like a little boy's hat. Like he was trying to pull off the Marshawn Lynch look with the hat.
Dude, Marshawn Lynch.
Or like, I don't know, because it's not big like Pharrell. It's not the oversized dome hat like Pharrell did.
Bro, it's the Jacques Rougeau, bro. It's the Mountie hat, my boy.
Oh, it is that's good.
It's the Mountie hat, my boy.
Yes, he is. He's wearing the Royal Mounted. So basically, Tony Khan's wearing the Royal Mounted Police hat.
Come on, bro.
That has the Hart Foundation, the Owen Hart Foundation logo on it.
Foundation, yep.
And Tony Khan just looks like a child who someone slapped on his head and said, "Here, son, go out there
and go stand next to Martha." Okay, I don't wanna. Okay, bro, like you got to be kidding me, bro.
But as a show, it was a goofy show. It was a goofy show from top to bottom. It had moments, but not enough that justified wanting to watch this thing. When it was done, I just sat there with my jaw on the ground more going, I can't believe this was a pay-per-view.
So, what do I want to say here? I went to NXT Battleground. So, the match that I saw live was when I got home and MJF and the Four Pillars match was on.
Okay.
And I was disappointed watching both of those matches. I then, the next day, watched all of this from top to bottom, minus the Pre-show match.
Okay, you missed.
Actually, no, I did watch the pre-show match.
Oh, okay.
It was so uninteresting, I stopped paying attention.
Okay.
I think I was playing video games at the same time.
Gotcha.
So I wasn't even paying attention. I thought this was the dumbest cameo, being Sabu.
Don't disagree with you.
Because he really did nothing.
Absolutely. What was the point of him being an enforcer?
Why him being an enforcer?
Again, JR asked the question on when JR asked the question, and the commentary team just buried him when he was like, "Isn't Sabu supposed to be the referee? What's going on?" And they just ignored him and steamrolled him and just kept going on.
Right. So somebody does not give JR notes, clearly, on pay-per-view days. They do not give him notes. He's just out there winging it like Jerry Lawler used to. Clearly, you can tell. Yeah, this match, I hated this spot where he had enough strength to muster a fire extinguisher whilst trapped in the walls of Jericho.
Wasn't your favorite part, though, that Jericho turns his face and just there's a good 3-second pause that he just stands there looking at him before he sprays him in the face?
Yeah.
And that match was so slow. It was like Jericho was plodding from foot to foot.
Didn't like this match either.
Oh,
you were talking about how Mark Briscoe acted like he's never been an official or seen a referee wrestle.
It was like Mark Briscoe.
Aubrey gets hit with a chair. Why?
Self-indulgent.
Why?
Not that I did not like it. I did like the idea of Aubrey getting hit with the daggone guitar.
Why?
But
Why did you like it?
Because I just want to see Aubrey get hit with something.
Oh, you wanted to see her physically take damage.
Get hit with, yes.
Because Karen, Jarrett, I don't know.
The whole idea. Listen, using Sanjay Dutt, who got thrown out, but then just came back to ringside 30 seconds later to get involved in the angle was like, what?
Yeah. Poor FTR having to work these guys. Oh, this ladder match.
Oh, or let's talk about how dumb
Christian,
how dumb a babyface Mark is. That Mark never turned on the television and saw that the whole reason that a bald spit in his face was because Dagon, the other guy. Like, it was just the dumbest use of Mark Briscoe. Match.
How about Arn Anderson struggling to bite the blood capsule in his mouth? Did you watch all of AEW tonight? Did you see?
No.
Christian Luchasaurus cut a promo and they just attacked Brock Anderson.
Oh, so I saw Brock Anderson on the floor and I
see him bleeding,
and I walked away.
Do you know what I said when I first saw him bleeding?
What?
I said, "Oh, they just left the same blood that his dad bit when he bit Luchasaurus." I was like, "Oh, it's the same blood. They just smeared it on his forehead." I was like, "Oh man, this is rough."
AEW is single-handedly making blood corny again in wrestling.
Yes. So tell me why.
Stupid spot. This was the dumbest
spot.
Tell
me why, and we're watching this. For the audio listener, again, this is the episode where you're just gonna have to go to the video version.
Yeah. And Wardlow jumping off a 20-foot ladder on top of Luchasaurus that was just waiting on the closest table to them. So he completely misses him on the bump and just basically puts himself through a table.
For
no reason.
Why wasn't Luchasaurus on the far table?
No idea.
No idea either, brother. Wardlow retains. I was not a fan of this match. There's a lot of stuff.
What about the stupid spot? What about the stupid spot where 300-pound Wardlow jumped from
he broke the ladder?
And then he tried to climb the ladder anyway.
Yep. Trying to have the ref hold it. And he's getting mad at the ref. Yep.
Stupid match.
So this Outcast match, to be a title change, I felt like, wow, that's disrespectful to Jamie Hayter. I don't know if it's because Hayter's hurt and she couldn't really work.
Jamie Hayter better daggone. Her arm better have been hanging on by a piece of bubble gum.
So that's the 3 photos for this match. 1, Britt and Saraya. Toni Storm, I think right after she won. Belts up in the air. 4. And then we get to my favorite match of the night.
Only thing that mattered was the rat.
Right, because he called Buddy a cuck. Cuck Buddy. Hey, I'll say it. We can say that. Do I have to duck the cuck?
I don't think so.
It's not a bad word. He called him a cuck.
Yep.
And Buddy's looking ominous while he's getting cucked by a kid named Dominic. Bars. Literally. But I'll mention it to you. I thought the hottest part of this show was Billy Gunn's hot tag. He came out there with like a ball of fire, bumped everybody around, Took the black mask, took it
Oh
home.
my
I
gosh.
loved it. I love the
But
finish.
after like 3 sets of heat, and then
it was too long. Yep, too long.
Gosh.
Once they got to the hot, I'm like, okay, let's go.
Oh,
yeah.
It was like 20 hot tags that were all freezing cold.
Can I ask you a question?
What?
What's Rick Knox doing? Why has he got both of his arms up like he won? Why is he not arm raised pointing at the winner?
Because Rick Knox thinks it's PWG.
Okay.
Moving on.
Making that yawn audible. Here we are.
I hate it.
Yep. The announcement of Tay having the baby.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So
I'll leave this on there.
What point are they going to make him a baby face or a heel? Every week, literally mid promo, I love you guys. You guys are the best. You supported me. I can't wait to do this for my family to be. Oh, yeah, by the way, this town sucks.
Hold on a second. Isn't Sammy Guevara part of the Jericho Appreciation Society?
That's what I mean.
So for this program, they just wrote him off of the Jericho Appreciation Society, and
he's having a baby, he's a baby face.
No. He's been a baby face when they brought him in his hometown, and they turned him there. That's when they turned him. It was several weeks before the main event, before their match. They turned him.
But Sammy was still coming out with Jericho. I swear he came out with Jericho one more time. He hasn't? Okay. Either
they
way,
have not associated him with, but I think
Sammy
his jacket. Oh no, that's his logo.
Freaking baby face. Sammy is not a baby face. He has a slappable face that want to punch you in the mouth. Look about him with his.
Yeah. And there's the devil himself. I wanted this match to be really, really good.
I wanted to like this match myself,
but it was just a bunch of 4-way spots.
It's what we said.
In between nothing.
There is an indie show that this is the opening match at every indie show.
And this would have at an indie show, this would have popped off crazy. This would have popped off crazy for sure. But for your main event,
oh my God! When he did grab the microphone, start
lay
talking
down.
to each
You
other's
got a
spot.
kid. You got a kid. You got a kid, Sammy. Think about your family. Just lay down and take the money. The double fingers, and then he rolls them up, and he does the Spanish fly.
Oh, that's a move. If I never saw Spanish fly in wrestling again, I'd be fine with it.
Yeah,
I'm so tired of seeing Spanish flies.
Yeah, everybody does them. This is where he hurt his wrist on this power bomb.
Correct. Because again, why would you slap the mat?
Yeah, he slapped the mat from the second rope, if I'm not mistaken.
Because it wasn't going to hurt. What did he think was going to slap?
He could have came down. That's why they teach you to come down with your fists or keep your fists on, so you don't impact your wrist and hurt yourself.
Just let him go right there.
Let him go. Let him go. Yep.
Let him take his own bump. Don't have to drive him into the mat. Let him take his own bump.
Yep. Nope. Got to slam him through, buddy. Great facial expression from MJF there.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
I like that. The finish.
Yeah, when you threw the belt.
How weak was the finish?
Oh, I love it. They didn't even show it. They didn't put it in order. They didn't put it in order.
MJF literally just lets the belt gently rest on Jungle Boy's chest. Darby, who does all sorts of psycho stuff all the time, does a coffin drop on top of the title belt.
Knocks him out. Knocks him out.
After he did the headlock
takeover. 1, 2, 3. I get at least they told the story on television there, Vern, and they finished the story right with the headlock takeover thing. Sure, I'll take it. I get it. I'll take it. Is it my cup of tea? Not really, but I'm okay with it. MJF retains. Here's the Taya Valkyrie with her strippers.
Don't care.
And Jade Cargill with the steppers.
That match, the finish of this match, I didn't get. Why did Taya hit Jade with her finish? Jade kicks out. Jade stands up, hit Taya with the same finish. Taya takes the loss. Why didn't Taya kick out either?
When Jade does it, it's more impactful, brother.
Oh my God,
there it is right there.
This made no sense.
This looks like it's going to be a bad fall for Jade.
It made no sense because it was like after the feuding they've been doing over who owns the move, etc. The fact that Jade did it one time and she beat her, it was like, so clearly then you should never do the move ever again.
Yeah, and then here's Statlander. Here's Statlander going over Jade. in less than a minute. See, it's the tombstone deal, right? And Chris Statlander is your AEW TBS champion. I want to stop here for a second because I wanted to talk about it. Chris Statlander is now your AEW TBS champion. She is the 1 in 60-1, son. There is rumors. I'm going to read this. Man, yo, I'm never talking bad about Fightful again. Shout out Fightful, even though it's Sean Ross Sapp on this article. It says Jade Cargill taking time off of AEW. Details behind Chris Statlander's return. I'm just going to read the Jade Cargill part. Excuse me. Fightful has learned that Jade Cargill is slated to take some time off soon, if not immediately, before returning to the ring with a personality shift down the road. So, in layman's terms, Jade Cargill is going to take some time off and then come back and turn babyface. Right?
Yep.
Let me ask you a question, and I'll ask you this now.
Shoot.
Is this it? Is this it for Jade? Is she done? In all honesty, is she done?
I don't know what she's coming back for. I'm sorry. Personality wise, what depth of character do we think we're going to find? Do you think she has another level of emotion? Do you think she has another speed in terms of acting? After 3 years, do you see her having another layer of Jade Cargill that we don't know, or you couldn't have been like, oh yeah, that's who that person is? Yeah.
No. That's what I'm thinking. She doesn't have to come back ever again.
She can, we had this discussion the other day, you and I off the phone. Remember? Mm-hmm. Yeah. That I said she could retire and she's had a good career. 3 years. You went undefeated for 3 years.
3 years undefeated, was a champion forever. Dropped the title. Sure.
Drop the title. Go home.
What? Okay. All right. I'll ask you this. If Jade comes back, what's next?
Honestly, if I would book her off TV, back to do the house shows, you've got to start actually doing this thing more than once on television every other week. Yeah. To the level that she's at now, to the type of work she can put out now, to the type of work that she's been doing, it's
because she can't work the likes of like a Britt Baker.
Nope.
She can't work a Toni Storm, a Jamie Hayter.
She's a green girl. She's the green girl who was elevated to be the best of the green girls. And so it was constantly green girl wrestling, green girl. And we always had those awkward matches. And that was her ceiling.
Yeah, or either that or she worked somebody super experienced that can walk her through the match.
Who took care of her and walked her through it all and just did the job. But the idea is you're getting better. She never got better. She got the Dave Bautista part. She got the Dave Bautista part, but she never progressed. 3 years worth of wrestling.
Yeah. But remember that. Remember we did the math. We talked about it last time. 500 days, 60 matches. So
you can't get better at wrestling doing that. Right. I'm sorry.
Right. We're just gonna move on. And then of course, Anarchy in the Arena. I really don't even want to talk about this. Between the Captain America nonsense, the exploding super kick,
the eye patch reveal. They really captured the eye patch reveal like that was a big deal. The fake pirate that did the same fake pirate thing John Moxley did. Didn't John Moxley do it to Paige when he pulled off the patch?
I don't care.
Oh my gosh.
I don't care enough.
It's so
super kicking the band member. Moxley.
Oh, by the way, during the press scrum, Daniel Bryan said one of his favorite things is music playing while they're fighting. And he thought that was one of the coolest things, having the live music play on repeat like that.
Man, this picture really, really kills the business. You see this? Of his knees hitting first.
And his head being 5 feet away.
And his head is being ways away. And look at Yuta, my man, Mr. Gruber in the background.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter because Mox is going to no-sell, so it doesn't matter.
Yep. Omega over here, just like Captain America, in a pair of Adidas. The thumbtacks, sticking his foot in the thumbtacks. Then Takeshita comes out. Man. Not a fan. And I hate it because look at my guy in the middle here. He's probably having fun. Sure. Shout out to the Swiss Cyborg, right?
Oh, we're not going to talk about the spot where they wrestled to the bed of a truck and he
to set up the exploding super kick spot.
Yeah, and he pile drives. Was it Matt?
Matt. Yeah.
So dumb.
Just to get the super kick shoe ready. That's all. And then this was the pre-show with Hook. All right, so we're done here.
No, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not. Last thing to wrap this up. I got to give you the ratings now.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I got to give you the ratings. After we're
done,
you
have the ratings for everybody's too?
Everything. I rated for everything. I rated for everything. Okay. I'm telling you, from here, the show is downhill because everything else is going to be fast because everything else was fun to talk about.
Oh, God.
Ready?
Yeah.
All right. For the ratings, I'll read them to you in the order of the card. How would you like to do this? Or would you like me to give you a moment to react, or would you like me just to read you through them?
Just go. We're already 2:15 in.
All right.
Just go. Golly.
All right. The pre-match, Hook Hardy's Ethan Page Guns, 1.75 stars.
Sure.
Blackjack Battle Royal, 4.25 stars. Cole versus Jericho, 3.25 stars. FTR versus Jared Lethal, 4 stars. Christian versus Wardlow, 3.75 stars. Hater versus Storm, 1.25. Billy Gunn the Acclaim versus House of Black, 3.25 stars.
Kiss my ass. I almost said it.
Cargill versus Valkyrie, 2.75. The Pillar 4-Way, 4.75. And the Anarchy in the Arena, 5-star match.
Oh my!
Just to throw a side caveat, Dave Meltzer was in attendance for the show. He watched it live.
5 stars for an Anarchy in the Arena match. The next highest rated match was the 4 Pillars 4-Way. The then next highest match was a freaking Battle Royal. All right, Night of Champions, May 27th. Actually, we should have done this first, but we were on AEW. Night of Champions, May 27th in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia at the Jeddah Superdome. Says here the attendance was 13,000. Had ourselves a splendid pay-per-view.
Oh.
Couldn't wait to talk about this one. Jesus.
Fun pay-per-view.
So, just to recap. So I brought this up earlier with you. Just to recap, we did our book the show, book the card. You were 0 for 7.
0 for 7.
This time.
Didn't guess anything. Terrible.
Yep. You won. What was the pay-per-view before this? Backlash. You won
Backlash.
Backlash.
Yeah, Backlash. I crushed.
I won Night of Champions. So we're 1-1 in the pay-per-view booking series. I went 3 for 7 in this one. I got Gunther Ali right, Bianca Asuka right, and Cody Brock correct. You got every single one wrong. So let's move on to this here. We had Seth freaking Rollins defeat AJ Styles by pinfall in the tournament final for the inaugural World Heavyweight Championship in 20 minutes and 40 seconds. Trish Stratus defeated Becky Lynch in 14 minutes and 50 seconds. Wow. Not that long. Gunther defeated Mustafa Ali for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Asuka defeated Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's Championship. Rhea Ripley with Dom Dom defeated Natalya for the SmackDown Women's Championship in 1 minute and 10 seconds. Brock Lesnar defeated Cody Rhodes by technical submission in 9 minutes and 40 seconds. And Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn defeated the Bloodline of Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships in 26 minutes and 25 seconds. Vern, let's talk about it, brother. I'll be yawning, but it's nothing bad about this show. Let's talk about it. Let's start here.
The show was that started off on fire. Seth and my guy AJ went hard.
Mm-hmm.
The hell of a show. It was a great way to start the card. They started off hot. They gave you this competitive wrestling heavy card. This card top to bottom was wrestling heavy, and I was with it.
So Triple H made a point. We pointed that out when he announced the World Heavyweight Championship, that this would be like the guy who earns your respect, the workman's title. Yeah. Then he proceeds to put AJ and Seth in the title match, and these dudes go absolutely off. I actually need to watch that match again because there was parts of that match that I missed.
No, they went in.
It was midday. Yeah, it was midday, and I was at a party, So actually, I was getting ready to go to a party, so I missed some of it when I was getting ready.
As the boys used to say, that they put on El Dirte out there, bro.
It was a locker room sellout, I bet.
Yeah.
I gotta watch that again because I know it was good. But no, shout out to Seth. We sung his song when they announced the tournament, and they said when they announced the tournament and didn't even tell us the participants, we said who should win the belt.
Oh,
so in unison, we went, oh, and here we are a few weeks later, and Seth Rollins is your
That's
champion.
A guy that deserves a you deserve it chant.
Yes.
He's put in the work.
Just last year we were talking about when he was I deleted those pictures. When he was out there with Seth, with Cody for that trilogy of matches where he took a loss every time and didn't lose any steam.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a fantastic, phenomenal match, if I say so myself. You like what I did there? Pun intended. Then we had not that one. Then we had Trish Stratus and Becky Lynch. Good match.
One of the only matches that you had over the weekend, right? This was a match, not only match, but this was a match that you had a clear, definitive, a baby face and a heel. And the heel, Trish, she played it up like a heel, like an old school, just you had your baby face and heel.
You had Gunther and Ali.
Oh, no, I'm saying, that's what I said. I didn't say only. That's what I was like. I said, but you had it. But this match gave you a clear, like there was a definite heel face. There wasn't like a cool heel to cheer.
Nope.
It was this is a trash bag heel, and we're gonna boo this person.
Yeah, I like the involvement of Stark at the end because that always leads to Stark and Becky later. Because I don't know how long Trish is gonna work, but
correct.
I feel like Becky's the person who always is the gatekeeper. Maybe she's the gatekeeper for the ladies. Yeah. Because she was the one. Remember, you probably weren't watching. You probably lapsed then. But Shayna Baszler, when she came up to the main roster.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Shayna Baszler bit Becky on the back of her neck. That's how they introduced Shayna Baszler. I promise you. That's how they did it. I might have to find that for you and show that to you. But yeah, that's how they debuted Shayna Baszler. And now Stark is working a program with Becky Lynch, which should be starting soon. So I'm good with that. I like the match. I had no qualms. Again, my only gripe was how they got here when they started with the win at Mania and then the awkward turn. That was my gripe. We talked about that before. But to get to here, okay, whatever. I guess it's water under the bridge at this point. This match, I liked way more. I wanted to see your face.
Way more than I would. Yep, me too.
I at no point, and when I say this match, guys, for the audio listeners, it's Gunther and Ali. Nobody thought Ali was going to win.
Never.
But he put on such a phenomenal showing that it had you like, man, this dude is good enough to beat him. But then Gunther was Gunther, did what he had to do, hit that power bomb, stacked them up.
And when Gunther says the match is over,
match is over, brother.
Power bomb.
Match is over, brother. We're going home. So yeah, I 100% like that match. I don't know if you have anything to say about that one.
Nothing to add.
So then we go Bianca and Asuka. My surprise match. Because Bianca's been going to work. If she lost it, I was thinking SummerSlam, one of the big major pay-per-views. Granted, almost everything now for WWE is a major pay-per-view now. Before it was like, oh, okay, we got Backlash. Then we've got Over the Edge. Then we got this one. All right, now we're at SummerSlam. Now it's like every pay-per-view is starting to like really matter every time out now. Yeah. It doesn't feel like a filler show or a throwaway or something like that. Kind of like what Double or Nothing kind of felt like a throwaway pay-per-view. Like, okay,
100%.
we're going through the motions to get to the next step of where we want to be, which is going to be at Forbidden Door or All In if they air on pay-per-view. We forgot to bring that up too, by the way, but whatever.
That's fine.
Yeah, whatever. You pissed me off. Yeah, you pissed me off with those messages, so that's fine. But yes, Bianca Belair dropped the title to Asuka. The finish. Talk to me about that finish, Vern.
So I liked it. It was creative. The idea that she spit the mist in her hand and then dug her fingers into Bianca's eyes, I was like, okay, there's a different take on that. It wasn't just so. I did read some commentary and I heard some podcasts where people were like, oh, finish was hokey. But I'm like, you know what, though? It was inventive because I'm like, it made sense. And remember, Asuka did those videos, those like TikTok videos where she showed herself eating spicy ramen, and she was like, "Oh," and she dumps like 20 packets in the soup, and you see her just being like, "This is what she's preparing for her green." Like she had a whole propaganda, yeah, and she was basically saying that she put all sorts of chili powders into her mist, and she was like, she took them all from the spicy ramen, and she put them all in her mist, chili powder and such. So that's why. Remember when she sprayed Bailey during Raw? Bailey was like, "Wah!" She freaked out.
Bianca, you mean? No,
excuse me, Bianca. Then the Asuka put out that video on social media, like, oh, for all the people trying to make fun of her, she was like, and it's like a cutesy video where it's like cutesy music. She goes, very spicy, and then she's like, oh, and like she does that nonsense.
Yep.
Whatever.
I had no idea. I didn't see that.
This match, I got a question for you. Do you think this is like, hey, listen, we got to take the belt off you, but let's take it off of you over in Saudi because it's not in America. So even though we took the belt off you, it didn't happen on American soil. So you didn't lose nothing. Do you think it matters that it happened over there?
Not for the WWE, because the access that everybody has for the WWE, it doesn't.
Well, I get that, but like, do you think? But regardless,
we're losing on American soil.
She didn't lose in American soil. She didn't lose here. She lost at some special, a throwaway show. For all intents and purposes, a throwaway show at for Saudi Arabia. Do you think they did it there because it's not a SummerSlam? It's not her taking a loss. The record books won't record she took a loss at the Royal Rumble. She lost a crown jewel.
That's like if Cena lost at like Tribute to the Troops. If he lost the belt at Tribute to the Troops.
Yes. Where it's like, it's a big deal, but at the same time, it's like, but it's not that necessarily a huge show.
If there was anywhere, again, I thought she would have lost. I thought she would have lost in SummerSlam. But no, I could see where you're coming from there.
Yeah.
That it doesn't. She doesn't lose. She doesn't lose anything anyway.
Correct.
Champion or not, she just had the belt for over a year. She can then chase again, and we'll see what happens. Actually, she's on SmackDown, but as of right now, the SmackDown Women's Champion's on Raw. Ooh, that sounded like it hurt.
Yes.
The SmackDown Women's Champion's on Raw, and the Raw Women's Champion is on SmackDown, isn't she?
Yes. Yeah.
No, the Raw Women's Champion is now on Raw. Asuka's on Raw.
Yeah, Asuka's on Raw. Rhea's on SmackDown.
So both belts are now on Raw. Both women's championships are on Raw. Am I bugging?
I think the point there. No, Asuka's on SmackDown now. Isn't Asuka on SmackDown and Rhea's on Raw?
Yeah,
and Rhea's on Raw, but Rhea has the SmackDown title and Asuka has the Raw title.
So what are we doing there? Because I
don't know. I thought they were going to do the swap, but they didn't go for it. So I don't know.
I wonder how they're going to get there. Are they going to unify the titles, sir?
No.
You don't think so?
Nope.
You don't think we get to a point where we get a Rhea versus Asuka?
Maybe.
And Rhea wins both belts?
No.
And we could have a Bianca versus Rhea for both titles?
Nuh-uh. No, because again, the way
they're getting consolidated.
But I know, but I'm thinking, Frank, like business-wise, you have a women's title for each station, right? You the same way that they I'm sure Fox was like, yo, we love having the title, Roman and the title on us, but I'm sure USA was like, hey,
we need one too.
We need a world title on our channel too. Like we have secondary belts, but we want a world title here. So no, I don't think right feeds, etc. would allow for it.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I love the finish. Just to get back to that. One thing I wish was that there was more mist on Bianca's face. That's my only gripe. Okay. That when she did it and she swiped, that it remained, because by the time she was like, I think she was sitting by the stairs doing a oh my God kind of deal, it was already like gone off her face.
Yeah.
So that was my only thing, just for a visual, because you know wrestling's all about appearance and visuals. And then we had this match.
Did what it's supposed to do. 1 minute. Made Rhea look like a monster.
Yep. Look at Dom Dom in the back, all smiles, looking at his mommy. I didn't hate the minute. My wife, Shay was here. No, was Shay here? My brother was here. And I was just coming back downstairs from getting ready. We're about to leave. And my wife's like, watch this match be over real quick. This match is going to be over in a heartbeat. My brother's like, you think so? I was like, he's like, I don't know. They traveled overseas. There's no way they would make it go that fast. And my wife's like, hey, you might be right, but I think this match is going to be over quick. I just got in. I just came back downstairs from getting out the shower. I sat down. I'm watching the match. Match is over. I was like, bruh, my wife got up to go to the kitchen to get something to drink. And she goes, "It's over. I told you. See what I told you?" I was like, my wife called that one. Minute 10 seconds, match over. I didn't hate it. Rhea got over. Is what it is. Anything you want to add?
Nope. It achieved its achieved its purpose.
All right, moving on to Vern. Brock and Cody 2. Tell me what you thought about this match before I bury it.
I liked it. It did exactly what it was supposed to do. Cody gave a gutsy performance. It made Cody make your faces, whatever. The next night on Raw, when Cody showed back up on Raw, and he said, "Brock, we're good. We're even now. Let's go for that third rubber match." This was, even though you didn't like it, this is what the Saudis wanted, because the Saudis get what the Saudis want.
Listen,
and they love Brock. Brock was never going to lose. He was never going to lose in Saudi Arabia.
I didn't say that he was going to.
Brock,
I did not say that. Brock must pose. Sure. Oh. Brock must pose inside. What? You good?
My bad. Just touched something hot. I was like, what the
heck? Brock, hope you didn't get any burns, brothers.
No.
Brock must pose, of course. Don't insult my intelligence. It's 2023. Don't Luger me, brother.
I'll say this. He passed out. The referee stopped it. If the referee would have done the 3 arm raises, then I would have been like, nah.
That's not even what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the fact that his arm was now usable because it's in a soft cast out of titanium.
It's a titanium.
It's a soft cast. Stop. It's a soft cast. Yeah. You're coughing because it's BS and you're allergic to it.
They had the doctor came in the world of pro wrestling. They had a doctor come on, whatever. Okay. Really? You're going to be that guy right now. You're going to apply this type of serious, real logic to the world of pro wrestling?
Hold on a second, Vern.
In a thing where Bryan Danielson comes back from a concussion and had him and he takes I understand. I'm not disagreeing with you, but they had to pro wrestling it up. And in 2023, Vern, how do you do the broken leg angle in 2023? Remember the Dusty broken leg? How do you do the Dusty broken leg in 2023?
Listen, I don't hate what they did.
Yeah.
Setting it up where he got his arm broken. You told us his arm was broken, Vern. Don't insult my intelligence.
I wish they would have gone with bro. They should have gone with like compound fracture or something. I think broken.
Don't tell me broken. Broken means you can't use it. Then he goes about and uses it the entire time. He was at a house show in Manchester. Did you see the footage? Still wearing the cast, brother.
Oh, the cast is going to be the cast. He's on his Larry Sharp right now. He's on his
Owen Hart with the smelly cast ribbon guys with the smelly cast, bro.
What Iron Mike Sharp was it? No, Larry Sharp.
Iron Mark Sharp and then Larry Sharp.
Is it Larry Sharp had
Iron Mark Sharp's the jobber?
Okay, but was Larry Sharp that had the deal? That had the and he would scream. No, it was Iron. That was Mike Sharp. It wasn't Larry Sharp. It was Mike Sharp. That's important right now, right?
Yeah, I gotta Google it now. Yeah, because who's Larry Sharp? I don't.
Okay, it is Iron Mike Sharp.
Yeah, it's more than likely Iron Mike because I don't know this guy.
Iron Mike, my man, Iron Mike had that cast forever.
Bro, don't insult my intelligence.
Cowboy
better ways.
That's what there was. Cowboy
Bob Orton too. There was better ways to get around that. If Cody was dead armed the entire time, if he tried to use it once and it was excruciating pain, and Brock took that to his advantage from the beginning, and now he's laboring it the entire time, trying to keep it away from him like he was in the beginning, then all of a sudden he strikes once and he notices the fact that it's his left arm and he's a righty. Ain't he a righty?
I thought Cody was a southpaw.
You sure?
Okay.
I'm asking.
I don't know. I actually thought he was a southpaw for some reason.
I'm gonna see if there's a photo.
I could see him in my mind throwing a left jab. That's why I'm like, I don't know why.
Cody tapes his right hand.
Okay.
Cody tapes his right hand, brother.
Okay.
So here's a shot that I didn't have. If I'll save it, please, thank you. Boom. I'll pop it up because this is how the match started, and I was okay with it. I was okay with how this match started, Vern. You see how he's keeping that arm away. And Brock's got that look on his face like, yeah, you in a world of hurt. Then he hit him with it, and it stunned him. And I'm like, done. I swear to you.
It was the Luger thing. I know it was. It was the Luger thing, and
I hate it. I'm sorry, I hated it. I did not like it. I checked out.
I was fine with it. It worked for me. My pro wrestling fan was cool with that.
Not me. Sorry. Don't insult my intelligence.
That's fine.
You told me it was broken.
That's fine.
There's no person who's going to swing a soft cast and not feel any pain. He was throwing that thing like it was fine because it's a work. I get it. It's a work. I get it. Vern. I really do. But don't insult my damn intelligence, man.
It worked for me. That's fine. We can agree to disagree. It worked for me. I liked it. I gave me Luger vibes I wanted. I was rooting for Cody, even though he lost. It did what it's supposed to do.
Main event.
Delivered.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful.
Yo, beautiful. I didn't care about the match. The match itself was a SmackDown match. It was a SmackDown main event.
Didn't matter.
The last 5 minutes.
As soon as the super kick happened. As soon as super kicks.
That's it.
Solo got super kick. What?
When Solo took the hit, I said,
Roman doing the mush dummy turn super kick.
Yo.
What?
When Roman was mushing his face and get out my ring. And then
Jimmy's like, nah, bro. You ain't doing that to my bro.
Yo, when he called him Joe.
Joe. I can't do it because my voice is gone. Joe, get up, man.
He super kicks him. The moment for me was after the super kick when Jimmy just was screaming and you see him just go, and he just lets it. It seems so guttural and real of like, wow. He's had this pent up and he finally just let out that raw emotion of I'm done.
Please, the face he made.
Yeah.
This isn't a good, that's like straight from the feed. The face he made, his like wide eyes. Oh my Lord. See, these ain't great shots. I don't think I'm gonna find a good one.
But you should go out of your way to watch if you don't watch that main event, watch the finish and the last 10 minutes. You'll be fine.
Oh my God. It was so good, dude. It was so good.
And the camera work,
you can kind of see it
on
here.
Point.
It's a web page file. Damn it. Yeah, no, this is like he was realizing what was happening.
Yeah.
I got this one here, but like the rage in his eyes when it happened, this is the one I got here. I'll show you in a sec. That's the one I got. This was like midway through it, and he's about to throw the second one.
He's about to kick. When he says, "You should have." When he told Jay, I'm doing what you should have done a long time ago.
Yep. And hopefully I can get this one here, please. Yep, I'm gonna get this one here too. This is the same gesture that Jay had when Sammy did what Sammy did, where he kind of crumbled and went inside of himself and was like sick to his stomach almost after what he did.
Yeah, and he didn't know. Yes.
You can see Jimmy's face here almost with the wide eyes. Granted, the shot
Jimmy is angry.
Look at the Saudis. Look at the crowd. They're into it too, man. Hands on their heads. Oh my God. Cell phones out. People are cheering. Listen, I know you're sick of that face.
Oh, man.
Dude.
How many? Oh, my gosh. During, what was it? Last week's Dynamite? After the pay-per-view, when Don Callis came out to cut the promo? How fake were not fake, but like the crowd shots were definitely like, yo, Frank, camera.
Well, remember, that's the that could be the filler guys.
Yo, it was like boo. People were smiling and booing at the same time. And I'm like,
cheerleaders. It's like a TNA, like an old Impact show.
Oh man, it was so bad the other night. Like it was just these gratuitous shots.
We're not talking about. We're done with talking about AEW.
Yeah. But I just had to ask you about that. Like, man, it was so weird.
Owens and Zayn won this match.
But the camera work.
Match. Yes.
When Roman is looking up at Sammy and they have the shot, you just see Roman looking up and he's just going. You see him talking on it, like just talking.
At Jimmy.
And freaking Sammy's just up there above him looking down, selling, and Roman is just livid. The anger is just all over his face. He's seething. Perfection.
Money. Great main event.
Do you want to hear the ratings for this show? Hear what check it out. Hear what Dave said. Ready?
I swear to God.
Rollins versus Styles, 4.25 stars. Lynch versus Stratus, 3.25 stars. Ali versus Gunther, 3.75 stars. Oscar versus Belair, 3.25 stars. Lesnar versus Rhodes, 4 stars. And the main event, Owens and Zayn versus Bloodline. What do you think?
4.75.
4.5.
Anarchy in the Arena. Anarchy in the Arena was a better match. Than that main event. FDM till I die. That's me, man. I gotta get a shirt. That says that. Man. FDM till I die, bro. Because this dude's delusional. You
hear the Battleground ratings.
I was there.
I know, look, and that's why I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask you what you think of Dave's ratings because you were there in person.
There in person. I remember I told you I was under the weather, and I really couldn't scream. I still couldn't. Then it was actually worse by the time I was there. I'm going to read.
Yeah, this is the main event. This is our main event. NXT
We're
Battleground.
Done. Yeah, Battleground was the last show of the weekend. All right,
here we go, man. Main event. Let's go.
So I was there
Tell
live.
Me about it. Yes, give me your experience, man. What was that? It was fun.
I loved it. We went 7 deep. It was me, the kid, the wife, big brother, tag partner, and my 2 cousins, Devin and Logan. Shout out to them. Logan's a huge fan of wrestling. Got to sit front row at the house show that we were just talking about with Cody, wearing the cast still.
Yeah.
He got to sit there because it was his birthday. So he got to see wrestling with us on Battleground at the pay-per-view. You can see us sometimes in the crowd, too. There's some shots. You can see me.
Yeah, well, you have to tell me when. I was because I didn't know what I was looking for.
Yeah, we're up. The arena's small, first of all. The arena's small. We were 12 rows up from, not from the floor, but from when the second level shows up starts. We were 12 rows up, and the seats you might as well have been pretty much at the 3rd row because it was that good. Great vantage point. So if this is opposite hard cam, let me see. We were here.
Okay.
I made sure we were, because I couldn't get tickets for this section. I was the next section over.
Smart.
Closest to the camera on purpose. I did that on purpose.
Sure.
And it was great seats, great experience. My kid loved it up until Tiffany Stratton and Lyra Valkyria.
Wasn't a fan of the finish?
She fell asleep. Oh, no. I told you who wasn't a fan of the finish. The guy in front of me. Listen, I want to tell you, Vern, this man, he was a guy. I don't know this man from a hole in the wall. He might be a Lowell resident, might be from New Hampshire, could be from somewhere else in Massachusetts. This man was screaming at the top of his lungs for Valkyria to win. When Valkyria, I think she hit her kick towards the end of it. I know we're talking about it early.
Yeah. But
Stratton went over. He was like, "Come on, Lyra. You can win it, Lyra." I swear to you. Like, if he had veins, they were popping. "Come on, Lyra." And then Tiffany goes over, which is crazy because the crowd wanted Tiffany to win. She was not a heel in Lowell.
Mm-hmm.
She was not a heel. She was a baby face through and through in Lowell. She goes over. I'm gonna duck this. I'm gonna just get it ready now. I'm gonna duck this because he goes, the crowd 1, 2, 3. Everybody's going crazy. Slouches in his chair. Bullshit. I swear to God. I gotta duck that. I swear to God. He screams.
He was not happy.
Yes. I saw that. I was like, oh my God, this guy's so invested. He's so invested into this.
Good for him.
And he came by himself. He was that guy.
He got his money's worth. And hey, he got his money's worth.
Came by himself. Sitting next to him was a guy in a referee shirt and his wife. And they were cheering for Tiffany Stratton. I could see him kind of like side-eyeing next to him, like, because the dude in the ref shirt's like, "Come on, Tiffany, let's go, Tiffany." And he's kind of like heavy breathing dude. That dude was up and set when she lost. But let's go through the card before I continue on.
Yeah.
Wesley defeated Tyler Bate and Joe Gacy in a triple threat match for the NXT North American Championship. Noam Dar defeated Dragon Lee in a British rounds rules match for the NXT Heritage Cup. Ilya Dragunov defeated Dijak in a last man standing match. Wow, I think I have a skunk really close to my house. I could smell it. It's like coming in the house. Gallus defeated the Creed brothers for the NXT Tag Team Championship.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I just mentioned this now. Tiffany Stratton defeated Lyra Valkyria in a tournament final for the vacant NXT Women's Championship. And Carmelo Hayes defeated Braun Breaker for the NXT Championship. I'm going to tell you from my personal experience, all 6 matches were good. All 6 matches, okay. 5 of the 6 matches were great. Gallus and the Creeds were in a tough spot. They were in a tough spot. Nobody cared. Nobody cared. I will start from the beginning. I figured since I had first-hand experience.
Please.
Triple threat match. Amazing first match to have. All 3 dudes that went in. Wesley, Tyler Bate showing he's a big, strong boy. Highlight of the match with the giant swing and the airplane spin at the same time. To me, that was the highlight of that match. Wesley was phenomenal. My wife had a what's the word I want to use? A higher appreciation for Wesley when she saw him live.
Yeah.
She liked him a lot more. Did you freeze? Oh, yeah, you did freeze for a second, but you're good now. Had a higher appreciation for Wesley when she saw him live. Even my kid was like, I want Wesley to win. Now, don't get me wrong. My daughter, WWE, she watches Raw, she watches SmackDown with us. When I got the tickets for Battleground, I said, Rocky, we're going to start watching some NXT so you can get familiar with some people. She knew who Wesley was. She really didn't know Tyler Bate, and she knew Schism because she thought Schism was creepy with the masks and all that stuff. Of course, a 6-year-old would find that creepy. She's like, I want Wesley to win, and she started watching him, and he's doing all the high-flying stuff. Wow, this Wesley's really good is what she kept saying. Wesley's really good, really, really good. She was a huge fan of him. This match here, to me, was interesting.
Yeah.
I liked it.
How was this received in the arena?
I liked it because I love British Rounds Rules Wrestling. I love it. It's different. I'm a fan of it, where the guys get a break like a boxing match. They get the second, then they come out. It's different feel.
It's an acquired taste.
The crowd, that's a great take there. The crowd was kind of like, what is this? And then the cornermen got involved. Once the Gaga started, the crowd got into it. When he pushed them into the steps, everybody went nuts. When was it Oro Mensa pushed Nathan Frazier into the steps? Okay. And then Frazier got up and they started fisticuffing and they both got kicked out of the match. Or all that Gaga started happening, the crowd started getting into it. So
the crowd, you didn't say the crowd was into it before then? It wasn't really into it?
They got to the pinfalls and they kind of were like, they were booing Noam Dar. There were some people, it wasn't, so I will say the triple threat match set the bar with how hot the crowd can be.
Okay.
For Noam Dar and Dragon Lee, they had to follow that. They were kind of like, what is this? I'm not really feeling this. Again, there were M words behind me. And you know, when you ever go to a live show, there's always seems to be M words behind you that just talk out of their what's and don't really know what they're talking about, but they think they do because they watch it every day. It's almost like they say what they say at home in the living room with their friends out loud in front of a group of people, in front of thousands of people now that people can hear them. Just nonsense. What they were saying were nonsense to the point I had to tune them out to watch the actual show. I like the match. The crowd started to like the match towards the end. And I remember, I think I said Dragon Lee has to win this one, and Noam Dar won, and they introduced this whole stable of his. And that's how they did that. And I'm like, okay, I didn't mind the finish. Noam Dar did his thing. They both did good. Dragon Lee did good. Noam Dar did good. I like how they ended one round where Dragon Lee was about to dive, and then the ref stopped him because the bell rang. I like that way. Again, British Rounds Rules matches, I liked. If they're going to continue to do that, I would love to see them build it more on TV. Because I asked Shay, because remember, I've been doing Tuesday podcasts, so I haven't been really watching NXT TV. I said, did they have any of these matches on TV? And he goes, I don't think so. He's like, I don't think they did it.
This was special.
I said, man, I said, man, I wish they did, in all honesty, because I think it would have helped. I think it would have helped people understand what was going on. But again, once they started doing the gaga with the outside people getting involved, and then all other stuff, it started picking up, because that's what people know. That's the wrestling people know. But I think the crowd liked it. So I'm gonna let you do your takes on that, but I figure I might as well do.
No, I honestly, like, I'm telling you, I don't really have much to say to these takes. I'm more interested in what you got to say. Me as a fan who sat there watching it at home, like, listen, if y'all want to know what it was like watching it at home, watch it. It doesn't matter. I got, what am I going to add? I want to hear from you. I think that people would rather hear from you who was there and your experience than me being like, well, I liked the match because it was fun to watch. Like, because again, I think that you got a different perspective because you don't get all the camera cuts, you don't get the commentary. So that's why I'm like,
watching it.
I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, let me know what you think, because whatever. So yeah, go ahead, keep going.
So in perspective of where I am, okay. So you see?
Tell me this match because this match played out insane on TV.
Okay, I bet I haven't watched the TV version yet.
Okay,
so that's good.
Okay, so I'm going to be interested in hearing what you thought about, because so I will say this just by way of my review. This show I thought slapped.
Yep.
There were a few moments here and there, but overall, the show slapped for me.
Delivered.
I thought these kids killed it. The crowd was hot. I'm an NXT fan, so I can't wait for the next one.
Right.
So that's just my general word on the whole show without getting too specific. But all right, this was one of my favorite matches.
Yep, same. So to give you an idea of where I sat, okay, if you're looking at the top rope to the right side of the screen,
yes, sir.
That was where I was sitting. Let me see if I can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes, right where the top rope was my seats.
Okay.
But take that section and go off the screen one side over.
Okay.
That's where I sat.
I'll look for you then. No, watch the show.
So that's how you find me. I had my Feeling Uzi shirt on. I'm trying to think. You might pick out Dell. Dell was in a bright shirt, so you can kind of pick out DSP. My bad, the big bro. The big boss man.
There we go.
But that's the idea. This match, people were hot for. It wasn't as hot to me as a reaction as a triple threat match. But when people saw Ilya throw himself through that table, people were like, "Oh my god, what in the world's going on?" But these guys, they beat the piss out of each other.
What did that sound like when he went through the table? What did it sound like?
It didn't really make an audible noise.
Oh, okay. Because on TV, it was like.
I think because you were so close.
Oh, okay.
I saw the replay and I hated how Dijak loaded for it, like he was playing American Gladiators. Yeah. That's just me nitpicky. That's me being nitpicky because people weren't looking at that. They're watching Dragunov run and throw his body at him like a psychopath. People saw that. From my view, it was straight ahead, so I didn't see Dijak loading up. So what I saw live in front of me, I was like, "Oh my god, this guy's an insane man! What in the world is he doing? Just throwing himself through a table? Table shatters in two." I'm trying to remember some of the other spots off the top of my head. I can't now, but
stairs, the spot right there they just showed right there in the picture you had right there.
Yeah, didn't he do that diving spot on the floor?
Yo, for the finish where he hit Dijak, he hits him with the sickle to the back of the head, and Dijak bounces his head off the chair.
Yes.
Creative for a little guy to beat a big guy. That was a creative finish.
I like how Dijak beat the 10 count by just leaning on the bottom rope, on the bottom buckle, just so he can have his feet up in the air. I was like, good stuff.
Again, talk about so I don't give Dijak enough credit apparently because wow. Did you watch the beginning?
Of course. I was there.
The entrances?
Yeah.
Did you? So on TV, they say Dijak's family's here, and Dijak yells something, but I've been watching the replay and I can't make it out, and so I'm wondering what was the point of that because he's the big bad heel, so why would you have shown his family on TV?
Maybe because he's not a hometown guy. I think he's from Hudson, Mass, which is out west where I used to wrestle for Lucky Pro Wrestling. That's where me and him crossed paths. Shook hands, he's chaotic. So chaotic guys stayed with the chaotic guys. That's how it is even to this day. So he was a chaotic guy. They had their own little side of the locker room where it had the nice couches while we were changing in the workout room, but no big deal, whatever. But in passing, brother, we did shows to each other. So, and that was out in Hudson, to the point where like people would come out to watch Dijak. Dijak would work the first half of the show. Half the crowd leaves because Dijak wrestled already. So that's how it was sometimes at those Lucky Pro shows. But I mean, look where he is now. I mean, it's great. It's warranted, right?
Yeah.
No, but dude, this match I loved. The physicality. These dudes beat the piss out of each other, and that's my kind of wrestling. Yeah, you know that.
And I appreciated the limited use of furniture, the limited use of weapons,
stairs, tables, the chair.
It was stuff.
Kendo stick spots were yeah.
But like
kendo sticks.
I like the fact that like nothing felt like. All right, Frank, ready? Here's a stop. Ready? Like outside of what you said, right? Where Dijak braced to take the bump, but nothing felt like, all right, I gotta hold you while you balance on the top rope, or like nothing. The sense of struggle was never lost on me. The sense that they were having a competitive struggle.
There wasn't you didn't realize the
obvious cooperation. Yes, the obvious cooperation never came out. And I think that's what Ilya does best in his matches, is that whenever he wrestles a big match, he gets bloody because he gets hurt. But like I always get the feeling of like, does he know what's happening? Because like, did he not know this was gonna happen?
Ilya calls everything in the ring and doesn't say a word. He's just out there going.
Yeah, Ilya. So I appreciated that because this match maintained its sense of struggle.
Yes. Yep.
And it never lost that feeling of this is a pro wrestling fight.
Yeah. Okay, so at the end of this match, my wife's like, babe, can you go get me a hot dog? I said, all right, I think I want a hot dog too. So I went and got a glizzy.
How much? How much for the glizzy?
First of all, overall, I spent $54 in food. It was my daughter wanted a hot dog, came with fries came with chips and a drink. That was $11.
That's not that bad.
Not bad.
I think the hot dog was at 15 at Yankee last time I heard.
Ridiculous, bro. I got a Gatorade that cost me $6. I got another water, I believe, that also cost me $6. What also sucked was they twisted off all the caps. So now I've got 4 drinks in my hand. my daughter's walking, trying to walk down stadium steps holding her food, and she's like, because she can't hold the railing. And I'm like, you go slow. So I'm screaming at the wife because we're like maybe 3 rows down from the concession stand, because it was like walk up, concession stand was right there. We had a decent spot. Cool. So she walked down and she's wobbling. So I'm like, babe, take some of these bottles because I'm gonna drop something. I think I got the wife a pretzel because I wasn't even hungry then. I got her a pretzel, but the pretzel was super salty. Like they had like the salt chunks sitting on there, and it was like, oh God, couldn't do it. So I hand her the drinks, and I'm like, babe, the cap's open, because she spilled some of my Gatorade. She looks at me and goes, you didn't tell me. Some dude next to me was like, you didn't ask. I was like, don't get me heat, brother. Don't get me heat. I just made a face. I was just like, I mean, you could have seen that there's no cap on the bottle. Why did you just, what do you, I don't know. She's like, you didn't tell me. It's like, okay, I didn't tell you.
Fair enough.
You win this round. I didn't tell you. My fault. That's on me. But no, so by the time I was coming back with the food, I saw that they were passing out the Creed Brothers papers. So like a producer or whoever, a showrunner came up with the headset on, and he was handing out a bunch of them. In my section, the section next to me, and the other section over. So cool. in this section that's you can see right behind Dragunov, they got it. The section next to that one where I was doing the comparison, and us, we all got Creed Brothers papers to hold up. Except for me, because I went and got concessions. So you know what I did? Do I have any here? Oh, I used all my napkins that day. I had a napkin, and I was just holding up a napkin.
Good for you.
So if we're on TV, you see some dude holding a brown paper, it's me. It's me holding up a napkin. I wanted to be a part of the show, bro. I don't know. I just wanted to be. So this match, I really don't have much on because I wasn't paying attention and I wasn't interested. You know me. I like Gallus. I paid attention to the hot tag. Julius came in, mad belly to bellies.
I was just gonna say, I was like, probably the only thing I was gonna say. It had to, it was a Creed Brothers match.
I feel like it was a TV match.
Match. I don't know. I don't think I've gotten cold in a Creeds, but it's just like
I think you have, because you were singing their praises when we.
I was right, but because it's like it's like I guess they haven't. They're just still doing the same thing.
No evolution.
Like
nothing
they
has
gave us.
evolved
Right,
yet.
remember when they were they were like my new age Steiner brothers,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But
Yep.
I could watch Steiner brothers all day in Japan wrestle the same 6 matches.
Yeah.
The Creeds, for whatever reason, I'm like, okay, Creed's like, and if we're honest, the promo work sometimes is just woof.
Yeah.
The promo work from them is rough.
Here's my issue. Sorry to cut you off, but here's my
No.
issue. I'm not a fan of Gallus.
You know what? Gallus, when they added the third man, it grew.
Wolfgang,
it grew on me once they added the third man.
I like Wolfgang in the UK title tournament. I remember him in the UK title tournament.
To him come talk that talk, like the little homie comes and he's the one, right? He's like
Joe Coffey, the other one.
Joe Coffey,
the other brother, yeah.
Yeah, Joe Coffey. I thought once Joe Coffey got in, it made sense. Like Gallus makes more sense because Joe Coffey,
I think he's the talker, to be honest. No,
he is. And when they had the scene with the Creeds, they had a scene where they were at the Irish bar after the match. And the Creeds was it the Creeds? No. Or was it Pretty Deadly?
Pretty Deadly's been gone by now.
Okay, no. It wasn't Pretty Deadly. Who was it?
I don't know.
It was Briggs and Jensen. I don't know. Anyway, either way.
I think it was Briggs and Jensen.
No. It was Tony D. It was Tony D and it was the Tony D.
Is that right before Tony D'Angelo got locked up, bro?
Yes. Yeah.
I snitched on my mans, bro.
Yo, Tony D and them, that they came in and they was talking tough. And then your boy Joe Coffey was like, word. And then you just seen all the Irish goons all stood up. And I was like, okay.
Oh, I didn't see all that.
Yeah, they had
I missed a lot of NXT these past
I'm telling you, man, NXT.
I'm gonna get back on it.
They be on their, they be on their made for TV movie moments. Like yesterday with the homie, what's his name? Kali, the caveman Kali. What's his name?
You're talking about Von Wagner.
Von Wagner.
With the
Shout
girl.
out to my guy. I love me Von Wagner.
You see it? No. I got this. I don't mind it. It's campy, but it's a good campy.
Yes, it was.
It's campy, but it's a good campy.
It was great.
That's the thing. So I'm okay with it.
So all that to say, this match wasn't a bad match, but if you've seen one Gallus Creed brothers match, you probably they just didn't add anything new to the repertoire. That's all. It wasn't a match.
I gotta watch this. I want to watch the pay-per-view on television, and I want to see how that match was on TV because live, I think that match had the crowd was. After they just watched Dragunov and Dijak kill each other.
And that's why it was a hard spot because the Dijak match was nuts.
Right. And again, so this match with Stratton and Valkyria, I talked about it earlier, matched the energy of the triple threat match as far as crowd.
Really? Wow.
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
Yes. In my opinion.
So the crowd, so the noise wasn't. I guess I want you to watch the pay-per-view too to tell me what was sweetened. Like when you're like, okay, yeah, people weren't that hyped for this.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, because I'd love to know,
do that for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So when Stratton came out, I'm thinking Stratton's the heel. They were cheering for Valkyria. Stratton came out, and one thing I noticed, there's a lot of entrances in NXT where the guys are already out there. Where like they come out, they come and they stand, and then their Tron comes on, and then the music plays for them. I think it happened for not Mello because Trick was out first, but Trick came out for Stratton, for Valkyria, for Dijak, if I'm not mistaken, and I think for Wesley as well. They don't walk through the curtain, so to speak. They're already out there, just standing.
Oh, interesting.
You know what I mean?
Goldberg, like Bobby Roode. The Bobby Roode was just standing there.
Glorious, yeah. It happens a lot there. This match solid. There was some hiccups between the girls. You can tell, but I could tell. Not a casual fan, but overall,
Tiffany Stratton. Match. Wow.
Yeah,
that's what Jade Cargill could have been.
Sure.
Tiffany in 1 year's time, right? Tiffany went from her first couple of matches where she was just going through the spots, and you would see her rushing to get to the next spot, and you could, right? She was very athletic.
Yep.
So she could do all the moves and all that. Mm-hmm. You saw her evolve from that to like she's getting a little bit better. Her promo work got better.
She's still green,
but her in-ring stuff has progressed. It's not that she's not in the same place she used to be.
You want to know why? Because she's at the Performance Center, and she's living, breathing, eating, pooping.
The only way you get
professional wrestling
is doing it.
Correct. And this is why the system works that Triple H envisioned all those years ago about bringing people who don't know or have a background of wrestling, teaching them the WWE style, and drilling it through them for years before you put them up on the main roster. And if you think about it, it's been successful for years.
Yeah.
And it continues to show that they're grabbing these girls here that are 19, 20, 21 years old, no older than 23, 24, and they're becoming stars. This girl that night, Tiffany Stratton, she was the star.
Okay, good. Because if you saw her follow-up promo, you wouldn't be saying that.
Really?
Her follow-up promo was probably the worst promo I've heard from her in a while.
Oof, really?
Because you know what? It felt so forced.
Mm.
It felt, oh, G Frank, is that a beard? Or you trying to cover up your face?
Okay.
Like, yeah, it's
All
just
right.
like we're like, I'm gonna be mean to you now. Is that a shirt or did your bed sheets not fit today?
Oh my God. Yeah.
Like, it was like her going around and be like, you're ugly. She'll
have to figure that out. Yeah,
like,
she's gonna have to figure that out.
Yeah, it felt like someone wrote lines for her, and like I said, like, your beard covering your face or your chin just really ugly.
So
like something where you're like, what? That's an
it's funny.
You're just throwing out each
It's
other?
funny. It's funny you say that because I'm gonna go back to this match and I'm
Okay.
gonna go to Julius.
Okay.
I think Julius, when he cuts promos, is a what's the word I want to use? He's a guy that seems to be sticking to the script too much. I don't know what word I can use there. Maybe that's what's going on with Tiffany. Like there's certain bullet points that he's like, I gotta hit it because they told me I gotta hit it.
At the NXT show, I don't know if it's true or not. When you watch it, you can see it though. A lot of people are speculating that she must have had cue cards because when she's cutting the promo, you can see there's one side of the ring she faces, but there's no one there.
I don't think we saw that promo. I think they were feeding us commercials.
No, so it was a promo the next night on NXT after she won the belt.
Oh, okay, and they showed it to like an exclusive.
Yeah, no, it was her cut. You know, she cut a promo in ring with the girls around the ring, but like she kept looking off in like one direction,
as if there were like legit cue cards in front of the live crowd.
Yeah, like that's what I was like. That's what I'm telling you. I was like, I don't know if there was cue cards, but like I was like, but a lot of people speculate because again, for her for whatever reason, her cadence was off. Like just everything about the promo just felt like this isn't the person who's been doing promos the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, this is something they wanted to get across.
And that's why I said she played Mean Girl, but like forced Mean Girl is so tired.
Yeah. She, again, as far as in ring in front of the crowd, I keep using the word again like you. Again. Killed. Again. Bodied it. Crowd loved her. Okay. Except for that one guy that sat in front of me.
Got it.
Pissed that she lost, that she won. One thing I want to point out. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Okay, one thing I wanted to point out before we go to the main event. I found it awkward that because I've been to all these WWE shows. I've been to an NXT house show, and I've been to the NXT show in Lowell. And every wrestling show I've been to, there's a crowd all around. This was the first show I've been to where hard cam is tarped off because they didn't want to have sporadic fans everywhere and spread out, right? They had it where, you know, kind of like how AEW shoots their Dynamite, where hard cam is right across is tarped off, next to the entrance is tarped off, and the section right next to where hard cam is tarped off. So I found it odd. It was weird to watch. For you on TV, it's made for you.
Wrestling. So you're seeing the empty arena on the other side.
So, but the thing is, it wasn't during the wrestling. I didn't care. My focus is the ring. Whatever.
Sure.
Doesn't bother me. After they win, the replay's going on. They have to stand there and wait.
Sell towards the empty crowd.
And they're on the rope, or they're leaning like when Noam Dar won. Where was Noam Dar? He was on the shoulders of like the girls, right? They held him for like 3 minutes. It was like a minute and a half before the cameras cut back where you saw him holding the trophy and the girls are holding him up. Wow. I'm like, I know Lash Legend and that other guy, I don't remember the other girl's name, are strong, but Jesus, they have to hold it. And he's sitting there to the camera, not to the people. There's like 2 rows of people in front of that hard cam spot at the floor seats, but they're selling to the red light. That's all it is, because it was a red light for the lower hard cam and then the upper hard cam, and that was it. And it's odd to see that, because every other show I've been to, they're doing that to a crowd that just so happens to be around the hard cam. But for this one, I found it odd because there was nobody there. Okay, that's one thing I want to point out. But the last thing, man. Oh, you might see us right here. Hold on now. No, I think we're cut off. So on the left, we would be. Wait a second. I think this is our section. If you look where Carmelo's right foot is up in the air,
all right,
by the ropes, I think that's our section.
Okay,
I can't really tell. Because is that the curve? If that's not it, we're the next section over. I can't really tell, though, because I don't see us, because I think we're right by where those ropes are. And I'm trying to picture out my wife or my brother or something, but it's too dark up there because the lights shut down and they go to red. Yeah. But, man, this match here, bro, from the entrance of Braun with the wolf mask.
I would say, what'd you feel about wolf mask Braun?
My wife didn't like it. My wife did not like it. She was like, because she started sitting next to me because Rocky wanted to sit next to her cousin. So she's leaning on me. She's like, I don't like the mask. I was like, I dig it. I was like, it's riding his face a little low, but I was like, I could dig it.
That's Psycho. It made sense.
Yeah, sure.
Psycho.
It worked. He got tons of heat. People were booing the life out of him. Trick Williams started walking out, and then he started doing the spiel where City of Champions, and every trophy comes up, and then the NXT title comes up. Out comes Mello. Mello poses with the H and the M, and he's the I for him. I was like, I love it. I love every bit of it. They went out there. I think there was maybe one hiccup in the match. There was maybe one spot where I think Mello slipped a little. Other than that, fantastic. If Dave says this was 3 stars, I am logging off. I'm just hitting X, show's over. If it winds up on the air, it's whatever. But these dudes delivered. Live crowd was into it because Mello was the hometown guy. A lot of his new shirt, Mello Don't Miss, with the target behind it.
Yeah.
Everywhere. My cousin spent the $40 to buy it.
Real fan.
At the show. I said, little man, I probably could have got you that shirt for $25 on the website. But you done spent $40 at the show. Hey, man, good for you. He's like, it's whatever. I was like, okay, man, it's your birthday money. Do your thing. Do your thing, buddy. You wanted that Mello shirt, you got it. But he was a fan. He thought Mello was cool. He saw him do the hang time, DDT, and all that. He loved that. But no, Mello performed. Braun performed. Mello hit that spear. I think this is it, right? This is the spear when he did the springboard. Dude, that crowd, because the snap of Mello from the dive to bumping, it was so sudden. The crowd was like, oh my God, it's over. 1-2, big kick out. Crowd was right behind Mello. Crowd was with that match the entire night. Yeah. I would say Wesley, Tiffany Stratton match, and this match, the crowd was the hottest for.
Okay.
Then the next were Dragunov. Then the other two was what it was until, the Gaga, and then there was nothing for Gallus. But all in all, man, I loved it. They were quiet, man. They were quiet until the hot tag. I'm telling you. They were quiet. They did not care until Julius came in and started suplexing everybody. All in all, overall, I loved it. I loved it. For what I spend, $69 for my ticket, $69 $12 fee, so it cost me $81 to go to a pay-per-view. When I went to TLC in 2015, and I had almost similar seats because we were right next to where Roman Reigns did his entrance, it was $150 each ticket for me and the wife. We did it as Christmas gifts to each other. Yeah. $150. I spent $81 for me, the wife, and the kid, and then everybody else paid their own way.
Yeah.
And my wife paid for the birthday boy. Because that was literally, I think his birthday was like 2 days prior. So she was like, oh, that'll be his birthday gift. I was like, that's not a bad idea. So for $81, I got to see a pay-per-view live. I thought it was amazing. So 2 thumbs up from me. That's my review.
All right.
Now I'm about to get triggered. Now I had fun doing all that. We're 3 hours
I appreciate you. Thank you so much for giving me your perspective. And let's share with you the ratings Dave Meltzer gave it. So the opening triple threat match, 3.5 stars.
Oh, what a surprise.
Dar versus Dragon Lee,
2.
3.25 stars.
Wait, what was the first one?
3.5. The
Yep.
second match was 3.25.
Yeah.
Dijak versus Dragunov, 4.75.
Wow.
Creed versus Gallus,
lowest rating.
3.25.
Wait. He rated it the same as
Dar versus Dragon Lee.
Dragon Lee. Okay.
Stratton versus Valkyria. Or Valkyrie, excuse me.
Valkyria. It's either that or Valkyria. I think it's Valkyria, though.
Whatever.
Yeah.
3.5 stars.
Okay.
And then the main event, Breaker versus Hayes, 4 stars.
So he said the best match of the night was Dragunov Dijak.
Dragunov Dijak, number 1. Breaker Hayes, number 2. Tie with a two-way tie for 3, which would have been Bate Gacy, the 3-way, and Stratton Valkyria. And according to him, the 2 worst matches, but not bad scores: Dar versus Dragon Lee and Creed versus Gallus. And those are the 2 worst matches in the card.
You know, Anarchy in the Arena was the best match of the weekend. No bias.
So,
carry on my wayward son. They'll be spreading the dirt sheets. Yeah. Come on, bro. Get out of here.
Like,
get out of here.
How do you hear those ratings and not think that there's a bias, an implicit bias from Dave?
This is why I don't listen to Dave Meltzer, brother. This is why I don't. People pay him money.
Thank you, Dave, for that ratings, Dave, because never change.
You got that in your hand? Because it's time. It's 3 rounds.
It is time.
It was 3 hours.
But it was fun.
It was a good 3 hours.
To watch you explode about AW that way was worth it. I would do it again.
I think you would do 3 hours as long as at some point you'll see me get triggered by some AW.
Oh, man,
nonsense.
It was great. It was wonderful.
All right. Music is playing. One last time. R.I.P. to Shiki baby.
Word, rest in peace.
Rest in peace, my boy. I'm taking all those pictures and moving into my recycling bin right now because I do not need them anymore. R.I.P. to Shiki baby. You will be missed.
Number one.
Number one, Tiran Iran. Number 1.
America Petui.
Verganya. I love you.
Mrs. Verganya. I love you. Hey, you bring me to the Minnesota. You bring me to wrestling champion. Rest in peace, Iron.
Yes. I love it. Again, music is playing, guitars riffing. Probably by now they got to the drop. This has been episode 34. This one is a back-to-back RIP episode. RIP Iron Sheik. Episode 34 of the Pay Window Podcast on the Sandbox Podcast Network. For my man, Vernon Somoza. Touch it. Ow. I am Frank Champion. I am me. He is him. We are they. Say peace, Vern.
Cameraman, zoom in.
Yes, I love it. We're out of here.